Coffee's bitter, like the names on the screen. Faces flicker, but they never come clean. Every headline feels like one more scam. Whole damn system built on sleight of hand. We've been patient, boiling over, tired eyes, late nights, fighting sober. Every story points the same way. Every road sign says somebody pays. True Crime Cafe, we're seeking truth. Dagos want answers, we're coming for you. Crooked as hell and you laugh in our face. Darkness covered crimes, we light up this place. All we want is justice, that's the only ask. Dago in the cafe built for this task. Let's get to it. Shut it down fast. Shut it down fast. Backroom whispers, paper trails gone cold. Kids grow older, carrying what they're told. Questions piling like cups in the sink. Every dirty deed closer than you think. Dishonest and backwards, twist every word, but we've got the screenshots we've already heard. You can bury the proof, but you can't hide the past. We're knocking on doors, coming in last. Dagos want answers, we're coming for you. Crooked as hell and you laugh in our face. Darkness covered crimes, we light up this place. All we want is justice, that's the only ask. Dago in the cafe built for this task. Let's get to it. Coffee's bitter, like the names on the screen. Faces flicker, but they never come clean. Every headline feels like one more scam. Whole damn system built on sleight of hand. We've been patient, boiling over, tired eyes, late nights, fighting sober. Every story points the same way. Every road sign says somebody pays. True Crime Cafe, we're seeking truth. Dagos want answers, we're coming for you. Crooked as hell and you laugh in our face. Darkness covered crimes, we light up this place. All we want is justice, that's the only ask. Dago in the cafe built for this task. Let's get to it. Shut it down fast. Shut it down fast. Backroom whispers, paper trails gone cold. Kids grow older, cafe built for this task. Let's get to it. Coffee's bitter, like the names on the screen. Faces flicker, but they never come clean. Every headline feels like one more scam. Whole damn system built on sleight of hand. We've been patient, boiling over, tired eyes, late nights, fighting sober. Every story points the same way. Every road sign says somebody pays. True Crime Cafe, we're seeking truth. Day goes, want answers, we're coming for you. Crooked as hell and you laugh in our face. Darkness covered crimes, we light up this place. All we want is justice, that's the only ask. They go in the cafe built for this task. Let's get to it. Shut it down fast. Shut it down fast. Backroom whispers, paper trails gone cold. Kids grow older, carrying what they're told. Questions piling like cups in the sink. Every dirty deed closer than you think. Dishonest and backwards, twist every word, but we've got the screenshots we've already heard. You can bury the proof, but you can't hide the past. We're knocking on doors, coming in late. Day goes, want answers, we're coming for you. Crooked as hell and you laugh in our face. Darkness covered crimes, we light up this place. All we want is justice, that's the only ask. They go in the cafe built for this task. Let's get to it. Coffee's bitter, like the names on the screen. Faces flicker, but they never come clean. Every headline feels like one more scam. Whole damn system built on sleight of hand. We've been patient, boiling over, tired eyes, late nights, fighting sober. Every story points the same way. Every road sign says somebody pays. True Crime Cafe, we're seeking truth. Day goes, cafe built for this task. Let's get to it. Hey! Shut it down fast! Hey! Shut it down fast. Backroom whispers, paper trails gone cold, kids grow older, carrying what they're told. Questions piling like cups in the sink. Every dirty deed closer than you think. Dishonest and backwards, twist every word, but we've got the screenshots we've already heard. You can bury the proof, but you can't hide the past. We're knocking on doors, coming in last. Bagels want answers, we're coming for you. Crooked as hell and you're laughing in our face. Darkness covered crimes, we light up this place. All we want is justice, that's the only ask. Dago in the cafe built for this task. Let's get
Shadows move slow, like blood on the snow. 4 young souls, Idaho, a scream swallowed whole. Who will know? The truth hides deep where the dark winds blow. Police lines blur, whispers in the air. Prosecutors stare, but do they even care? No voice for the voiceless, cries in the night. Lies in the system, black takes the light. No voice for the voiceless, the broken and lost. The truth's too heavy, too high the cost. Evil's a whisper, a knife in the dark. The system creaks, the machine won't spark. Conspiracy hums like a vulture's mark. Broken lives, just ashes in the park. Corruption's a shadow, it devours the weak. They silence the truth before it can speak. No voice for the voiceless, cries in the night. Lies in the system, black takes the light. No voice for the voiceless, the broken and lost. The truth's too heavy, too high the cost.
All right. Welcome back to the cafe, everybody. It is great to be back with you guys. Although I just did see you literally 15 minutes ago, but Here we are back in Idaho, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us as we look to the sad situation going on there in Columbus, Ohio, with Dr. Tepes and his wife Monique. But again, back in Idaho, guys, going over this WSU lawsuit that's going on, and the what I imagine I'd call it the ridiculousness of it. So thank you guys so much for joining us. If you will, please share this out. Hit the like button if you could. And please jump on in here. Get comfortable. Find a place to sit. Grab a cup. Fill it up. Let's do this thing, you guys. I am super excited to be back with you guys as always. And I appreciate each and every one of you so very much for joining us. That being said, well, you guys, you know what comes next. Let's do that. Let's get this show on the road and get the hell into it.
Flicker like broken halos. Whispers gather in the smoke-filled air. Tables carved with secrets and shadows. Every story's a wound laid bare. The kettle's boiling with restless rage. Justice written on an unseen page. I sip the silence, bitter taste, waiting for the ghosts to show their face at the True Crime Cafe. We serve up the pain they try to hide away. Pour another cup of the truth you crave. Raise your glass to the names they betray. Cracked reflections are liars. Ashes fall where the guilty once stood. The jukebox hums like a funeral choir. Echoes pounding through the neighborhood. Every scar is a candlelit vow. We hunt the how, we demand the now. No more silence, no more disguise. We'll paint the night with sharpened cry. At the True Crime Cafe, we serve up the pain they try to hide away. Pour another cup of the truth you crave. Raise your glass to the names they betray. It's a battlefield hymn, a requiem dripping from the bottle's rim. The guilty write stories in invisible ink, but we'll drag it all up from the edge of the grave. At the True Crime Cafe.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It's Tutu here to see you tonight. Great to be with you guys. I'm glad you're joining us here at the cafe. Hope everybody's having a great night, and I hope you're all having an amazing weekend. Again, thank you for joining us. Great to see you guys. And again, I'm Tutu, and I love you guys. I had to. I'm sorry. I think I'm gonna do this tonight over at Lee's as well. Holy shit in a handbag, my friend. Thank you so very much for that, Moto. At this point, I'm convinced that the families want us to stop looking at the case, creating doubt. BK did this in order to win their lawsuit, and they should be using ISU and not ESU, in my opinion. Thank you very much for that, Moto. And yes, I can agree with you on that one. Definitely, I can agree with you on that one, bro. 100%. God bless for that. Definitely hit number one on our goal there, my friend. Holy moly and mercy. Thank you so much, brother. Let's see. Go, bro. Thank you for that. God bless, brother. By the way, Krista, I did send you your songs, dear. Let's see who we got joining us tonight. Cat K in the house. Of course, Moto Man is in the house. Good to see you, brother. Starting off our goal one hell of a way. Good Lord have mercy. Thank you for that. Cat K, Altruistic Murder. MK and Ultra in the house. Megastar. The Karma Police in the house. Good old fashioned Radiohead song. Love that one. Miss Candy's in the house. SRB. Again, good to see you. Pennywise, great to be here. Beach Babes in the house. That is so very much appreciated too, Moto Man. I mean, truly, you have no idea how much that means. Thank you very much. Miss V Slim's back in the house. Great to see you. Krista, thank you for joining us. Again, you should got those emails, Krista. Let me know that you did. Yes, I am Tutu. Just kidding. Lee gets a kick out of that. K-Dibs, welcome back to you. Again, great to see you guys. Mary Holt, good to have you in the house tonight. All of you guys, thank you so much for joining us. 67 peeps in the house, guys. And it looks like we have 51 likes. We're catching up for sure. Siggy's in the house. Welcome back to you. Altruistic Murder again. Great to see you. Ginger, hey. Hey. Good to see you. Redacted doing Redacted. Thank you so much. Is there a way to make the songs play automatically when I go live? Well, yeah, Krista, you have to attach them to your... Oh, automatically? No, you would have to set it off, hon, when you do it. It's kind of like a whole thing, which I can walk you through if you need help with that, of course. But let me see. Astastic's back in the house. Great to see you. Miss Busy's busying around as always. Tomboy Charm, hello. Christine Hurd, welcome back to you. The Mega Stars in the house. Great to see ya. Christine Hurd, let me see. Why, thank you so very much for that. Welcome, Sherry. It's great to see you. And V, thank you so much for that, dear. You are an angel. That is also very much appreciated, guys. Anybody that chooses to support us via Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, any of that, it's never ever expected either, but it is so very much appreciated. That helps me to pay the bills and keep going day after day. It is very much appreciated. Very, very much. So thank you again for that. V, figured you should make an appearance. Well, you don't have to be here, Miss Meg, if you don't want to be, of course. I would understand. If you want to become a member, jump in the sauce with the rest of us meatballs. That is how you do it. We're right there. Beach Babe, good to see you. Who else do we got in here? Anna D. Dig. I love how you guys shorten my name to Diggs or what's this? Good Lord. Kane calls me Diggs all the time. I love it. It's cool. Miss Noni McPoppins in the house as well. Yeah, Krista, to the right of that, over where your media is, At the bottom, it'll say background music, and then you go down there, hit the plus sign, and you upload it into that, and then you'll be able to just click it, and it'll run for you. That's all. Let's see. D-Bone. Speedy's in the house. PayPal. Oh, the PayPal. SRB, can you drop the PayPal, dear, please? Emmy's back in the house tonight. Good to see you, brother. No worries, V. You don't ever have to explain that. I know what the deal is with your mother. Please, please. I appreciate you being here in any fashion. Maggie Ballantyne, welcome. Good to see you. I should have those up on screen for you guys to see. Let me show it here. 1 minute. That's the PayPal right there. Sorry about that, you guys. I don't have the link. Oh, there's the links there. Thank you, SRB. If you just want to click on one of those links there, you can do that. At the bottom is the PayPal one, or you can just go off the one off the screen right there. Steven Vlogs, welcome back. Good to see you. K-Dips are in the house. Yeah, they do still. YouTube does take 47% of like super chats and stuff like that. That's true. They make a lot of money off of us as creators, guys. That's no lie. That is no lie. Let's see here. Speedy, great to see you again. By the way, welcome for those of you that are newer that have joined our Discord. It's great to see you all in there. Truly, come on. There we go. I appreciate that, and I love having you guys in there. We will be jumping into something in the general Discord here soon with all of us. Stranger Than Fiction, what's going on? What's going on? Witchy was, Witchy is, Witchy who? I see you, Witchy. Yeah, 47% they take from us, from super chats, super stickers, and stuff like that. And then they also, with our AdSense, they take 47% of anything we make. It's crazy. It is crazy. Truly and honestly, it's crazy. I mean, it is what it is. We have to take the good with the bad. You know what I'm saying? So, RJ's in the house. Yeah, it's better be good. The HR lady's in the house tonight, Miss Meg. Yes, the songs that I put together, Ginger, those are through the app that I've used. Of course, I don't have voices like that. My son does, but we're gonna do something with that app. We're gonna actually record a real song with his voice and stuff in there at some point. We're working on too. Meg says she doesn't have any complaint papers. It's the weekend, so she's doing overtime. But yeah, everything else is it's all my lyrics, Ginger, and then we just add to the app and it puts it all together the way it is. So oh, absolutely. It's great to see you, Sherry Ann. It's been a minute. Now, the one song I'll tell you right now, the one song that is our intro and our outro, I didn't do those. Our videographer Molly did those, and those are same with the app type thing. She used a different app, but they are everything she did. She completely put all of that together herself. Exactly, Moto. Got them into your media. I got you. Yeah, absolutely, Krista. No problem, hon. I told you. I promised you I'd help you out. I hope that they work for you. I'll be checking them out on your channel for sure. And I hope you like them. I did. I mean, if you don't like them, I can definitely redo them for you. Try to do something else for you. Noni, it's great to see you, dear. 88 beautiful peeps in the house tonight with 65 likes. You guys rock and roll. I appreciate you so very much. Miss Sherry, I haven't seen you in a while. Happy New Year to you. I hope you're having a great year so far. Yeah, I absolutely agree. They get so much from their advertisers. They get so much from us, which is why they make what they make every year, guys. It's insane. But hey, it is what it is. We take the good with the bad. There's a lot more bad than good sometimes, but I love being here with you guys. So I got to do what I got to do. You know what I mean? This is my job. So it is what it is. Oh, yeah, it's up there. Definitely. It's almost 50%, guys. That's crazy. and when it does go through like PayPal or Venmo or any of that, it comes right now. There's no percentage taken out of it. They take like $1 per transfer. That's about it. But um, it is what it is. So yeah, we can receive it right now. The super stickers and stuff and super chats, we don't get that till next month when it goes on to our pay. So that's how it works. But thank you so much for all of your guys' generosity. You have no idea how much it means. Moto Man, thank you so much for that. And God bless, brother. It definitely will help. Awesome, Krista. That is awesome. Good. I'm glad you like him, hon. Thank you very much, Ginger. Appreciate that. Molly does amazing, guys. She does. I just do mine for fun because I'm bored because I really like enjoy writing lyrics to things and I mix it up and play around with it for my mod songs and stuff like that. So, oh, very cool. Very cool, phenomenon. Very cool.
I've been binge listening to some Whitesnake here lately. I was just listening to a newer song. It sounded real good.
What's up, Hemi? Good to see you up here tonight. Thank you for joining me again. I didn't hear what you said, bud.
I was just saying that I've been binge listening to some Whitesnake,
Oh,
and I come across a newer song um, that sounded pretty damn good,
mm-hmm.
and I hadn't been hitting on it pretty hard because I hadn't really. When you get beyond the "Here I Go Again," "Still Tonight," all his well-known songs, but he has
There's a lot of
a lot of
not
good tunes.
yeah, there's a lot of not so well no not so well known stuff that was really David Coverdale was very
Yeah,
good at writing and of course very talented. I'll say that much.
that whole record that he did with Jimmy Page, the
Hmm.
Chef Kiss, man. That
Yes.
the only thing I hate about it though is Spotify don't have that record. For some reason, they don't have the rights to play that record. But they got everything you want from Whitesnake. That was a good man. Yeah, bad boys. Yeah.
Good point, sir. Good point. K Dips, good to see. Even though you use AI with the lyrics are very good, so you've got more than one. Well, thank you, sir. Or ma'am. Sir, ma'am. I can't remember 100%. Yeah, the petition was just shared. I don't know exactly how many. I don't know if I've asked DA to do it or not, but I don't know exactly how many signatures. We were at 9 something yesterday, guys, so I think we're getting really close. Yeah, Sagittarius for sure. Baby Ames, welcome. Good to see you. 97 beautiful peeps in the house. 70 likes, guys. Let's catch that up. Make a match. Oh, Tawny Catane. Yeah, and here we go again. A video. Yes, Rolo, or I'm sorry, Rolo, my God. Moto Max, very generous again. Unbelievable and very much appreciated. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys for everything you do, just for being here, supporting our channel in that aspect means everything, you guys, truly and honestly. It means everything. No BS. Let's see here. I think Tawny passed away, didn't she?
Who?
Tawny Catane, the woman that was in the
Oh, I don't know.
I think she did pass away. She was in the Here I Go Again video, all over the hood of the car and all that stuff. David covered that was
Yeah.
8 at that point, I think.
Well, I told you he announced his official retirement, so he's not going to return anymore.
Right, right. Well, at some
Well,
point,
if you take a look at him, he's getting old, man.
I was gonna say you got to kind of give it up at some point. I'm surprised. Welcome, Sour Girl. I'm surprised that like people like Steven Tyler took it as long as they did and as far as they did for Aerosmith. I mean, Jesus.
Oh my
Yeah,
God!
that was his girlfriend at that time. Phenomenon, right? Yeah, she passed away in 21. That's what I thought. Okay.
Well, you look at Ann Wilson of Heart. I mean, she's pretty
Oh
much in a
wow,
wheelchair now, so
they
she's
both
still touring.
those two, Ann and Nancy Wilson from Heart, were amazing. They were amazing. Love their music for real.
Yeah, their '80s stuff was pretty good. Some of it is a required taste, though. But yeah,
To some extent, yeah, I gotcha. I like music, so it doesn't matter. Old stuff from the 70s, I loved. Barracuda, of course. But even in the 80s, when they went a little more pop, I still liked Heart, period. My mother was a big Heart fan, too.
so it's kind of like me with Metallica. Because when I was listening to Metallica, I was listening to the old thrashy Metallica back when they in the '80s, right?
I
So when
liked,
they
yep.
so when they came out with that Black record,
And
and
they
they
went
put in
commercial.
they, they put in those two songs, was Unforgiven and Nothing Else Matters. At that particular time, I go, "What the hell?" Because
I think
this wasn't Metallica, you know.
we all said what the hell to those and kind of said, well, they sold out. It's over. So, yeah,
And then they followed up with Load and Reload, and I'm like,
I don't like either one of them albums.
yeah, it's just
No, I'm going to ask him about it. Anonymous. I'm sure he would too. Pagan Ways, welcome to you. Ozzy was amazing. Yes. Boston, yes.
oh
Good old
yeah.
days. Voluntary is miss the answer. Hello, yes. Yeah, and don't forget Sunday, guys. Tomorrow night over at Devil's Advocates, we are running a Kurt Cobain show. For those of you that were fans of Nirvana or grunge or Cobain himself, we're going to be covering that again over there. Metallica got weak when they after the And Justice All Over album, they just went completely commercialized. They did bring it back a little bit with something monster. I didn't really buy the album
Yeah.
or get into it, but something like that. But
Yeah. I didn't really care for that. That's off the Saint Anger album. The
Saint
stuff they
Anger
did,
was
like
okay.
Death Magnetic.
Saint
Yeah.
Anger had a lot of energy to it. I liked the song. See, I'm not a fan of Rob, the bass player. I was pissed off when they got rid of Jason Newsted. I was very first off, I'm a huge fan of Cliff Burton, who was their original bassist. Well, not their original. Ron McGovney was their original bassist, and then Burton stepped in and took that over. But he was the real bassist. He died, unfortunately, in an accident, a bus accident, and
You-
then they
do
brought
you
in Jason Newsted, and I loved him too. But
do you know why he left? Why he quit? He basically quit Metallica.
Ron McGovney.
Jason Newsted.
Oh yeah. He didn't
It's
like
because
how
he was writing his own music. He was
they
trying
didn't
to
want
do
him
a
to
side
do it. Yeah,
project with the producers from Metallica, and James Hetfield found that out and had a big old whoopty damn do over
well,
it.
it wasn't just Hetfield. It was also Mr. Crybaby Ulrich, the drummer, was the big crybaby in the band who always caused problems. So, but yeah, they didn't want his creative writing. He was very good. He's got a band out called Newstead. They're actually really good. Anyway, they didn't want him involved in any of the writing to the songs, and I think that's bullshit. Him nor Kirk Hammett, they allowed to write anything. I'm sorry, but that's bullshit. If you're a band, you're a band. You're not just two people. Kiss did some of that kind of shit too. But
Okay. I know that's the same. That's an old saying from South Louisiana.
PayPal is secure, Speedy. Just so you know,
Whoopty damn do.
I did receive something from Speedy. I think it was $2 or something like that. They're secure. They are secure. And I have security on mine as well because of what I do. So you don't ever have to worry about that. They can't do anything with you that way. I have mine being watched because I've been hacked before, not through PayPal, but through my bank. So welcome, Contessa. Good to see you. Miss Rowe. You want me to
But
send
yeah,
you?
I think we got Hart coming in town.
Send me that, Jen. We can use that tomorrow as well. I appreciate that, Jen, very much so. What'd you say there, Hemi?
I was saying that we got Hart coming in town here pretty soon.
They're still touring, huh?
Yeah.
I know the one sister died, but Jesus, it's like Phil Collins. They're still running tours for him, and I'm like, don't get me started on that. I don't understand how they do this shit. These guys are like invalids. It's just at some point can't even do anything, and they're still torn. Like, what the hell are you doing? Leave these people. They did their time. They put in so much time. Let them rest, for Christ's sakes. You know. I about had Tandy peeing herself one night. We were sitting there watching. I was scanning through YouTube, and I seen this thing that said the "I'm Not Dead Yet" tour, and I went, "What?" And it's Bill Collins, and I'm like, Jesus Christ! Bill Collins got a debilitating disease where he can't do much, and he used to be a drummer. That's how he started, you guys. So he can't even play his drums or anything. He has a hard time walking around. He's in a wheelchair, and I said, I don't understand this. How are you running a tour with this man? And it's money. I said, I can't imagine like going to a Phil Collins, and this was sad, you guys, but I just pictured this. You know, they wheel a like a hospital bed out on the stage, and you got Phil Collins laying in the bed, and they're playing his music over his head, and it's like, what are you guys doing? Let this man rest, okay? I'm sorry, it's crazy, but that's what I envisioned. So
It's just nobody's there for them to pass the mantle to. I mean,
some of them don't. It is what it is, you know.
I don't think there's really too many newer acts out now. I mean, you
Rod
had
Stewart,
Nickelback.
Rod Stewart is still touring too, I've heard. Yes, and he's getting up there.
You know,
Jackson Brown. Wow, these guys are crazy. They're doing it though. I've heard. Yes, and he's getting up there. Chris is in the house.
Hello.
Jackson Brown,
Oh, let me.
wow.
Oh, I gotta mute you.
What's happening? Jeppa. Good to see you.
Are we? Am I echoing? Or are you good?
No, you're good now.
Okay, cool.
but it was all I could do to keep on crying.
David Allen Coe.
Are you crying for me?
Probably could do a backup channel, just talk music. 100%. It'd probably do well.
And play music. It'd be fun to play it too. We could play the songs.
Sure.
You gotta have some copyright for that, don't you?
I'm not sure. I don't.
I would do that.
Yeah, there's this one guy who plays. He's like a DJ, and he'll do like lives, and then he'll sit there and play music. And I don't know how he gets away with it, but it's got to be a way.
I do music nights, and I play all sorts of songs in here.
Yeah,
There's
really?
ways around. There's ways around things. Yes, I'm not going to tell you how I do it.
Okay,
I know Outcast will have a whole damn young streaming to stream music.
Yeah, that's probably right too, Sherry. He is worth a lot.
Yeah.
Do you like them songs there, Miss Krista?
I love them. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Like, you don't understand. Nobody. I've not. I know, like you said, you would do it for me, but nobody's ever actually did it for me. I appreciate it. Well, I don't know how to do it, and I
hope they work out for you. I know that you have your show, but I didn't know if you actually had some kind of an intro.
No, I never have. Even with the podcast, I never did it.
Well, there you go.
I said December. Yeah, I said January 1st. I was getting my shit together, like uploading the podcast. When I was putting the music on. So
now you got some music for it. Yes. Hey,
you really helped me out big time. Thank you.
I hope it helps and it draws some people in. Now you can do the video stuff and you can just put your video to the music. And I don't have an app that lets me do that. I'm working on that still.
Oh, so so I hit my live, right, and it usually does. I'll do the 30-second countdown. Then can I play the background song? I mean what will show up my thumbnail until I go live or whatever.
Yeah. As soon as before you go live, it'll just be your thumbnail for what you're getting ready to do, and then you hit live.
Yeah.
Or go live, and at the same time you go over to the right in the media assets side, and you just push play on whatever the song is you want it to run, and it'll run through that, unless you build it into your.
And then what would they see on the screen? Because I wouldn't be out there, right?
Nothing. As long as you. Now, what you can do is you can put a video together through CapCut or something, and then you can add that song into your video, and it'll play along like mine does. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Oh yeah. Okay.
So there you go.
I just got excited.
It usually times it out the right way.
Okay. Thank you.
Anyway, it's what I gathered from what I know of you and what I've watched on
It's
your show
perfect.
and how I know of you. It was fitting to you. So
My sister was listening to it. She's like, "Oh my god, that's so cool."
good stuff.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
It's like
I
we
was
got
sick for 2 days. I thought I was dying. I don't get sick ever. I think I've been sick.
sound like you got a cold. Yeah.
Yeah, I started feeling like this on Wednesday, and I got really achy. I was like, "Oh my god!" And then I felt like I had an elephant on my chest and my back.
Oh, you picked up that flu, didn't you?
Yes, and then I kept waking up feeling like I was getting better because I'm like, I said to him, I don't get sick. This is freaking me out. And then today I woke up and I thought, oh my god, I'm getting better. I'm starting to feel it again now. But then he's like down and out, and he can't get out.
I heard it's going around and it's really bad. So
my sister-in-law had a Christmas day, and we were there, but that was
Right.
like 10 days ago, wasn't it? Like,
oh, it was more than 10 days. Like, yeah.
I don't know if that's where I would have got it from because I haven't left the house since
Well,
Christmas.
typically stuff like the viruses and stuff like that, they take like, I don't know, 7 to 10 days to
Yeah, maybe.
incubate.
Yeah,
You know, they'll incubate in that period and then you'll pick it up and then just eat
I'm not
vitamin C like it's going out of style, folks.
that's what I was drinking. Those emergency things. There's emergency.
Yeah, those help
Oh,
too.
Yeah, I drink like a whole box of them.
Good. Yeah. And vitamin C, zinc, magnesium, all that shit helps from my understanding. So
I've never had aches like that where like my back, I felt like somebody was sitting on my back.
it's
And
bad. Yeah, it's
yeah,
bad.
I was like, holy crap, what is wrong with me? I was all night. I'm like, because I don't like to be, I don't like to be down.
Pray to God, I don't get it because be honest to God, with my issues with my
Yeah.
lungs and stuff, I'm worried it might kill me. So
I know. That's why I was like,
that's why I don't go out much and I keep my grandkids at
Mhm.
arm's length until I know that their hands are clean. Like, see, Junie was here. She spent the night here last night and she was and I'm like, oh my God.
I mean,
I don't want it.
Christmas was the last time I was out of the house around anybody else. That's how much I don't leave the house. But like,
Right.
definitely, I'm lying. I went to my dad's once, and my sister was sick. But I mean, that was like a day before I got sick, so I probably got it for my sister-in-law.
Right.
Plus, they have kids and everything. They were all over me. So like, her germs got on the kids, and I got on me. Because I was like, on Wednesday, it was during my live too, and I'm like, guys, she's like, what is wrong with you? What do you have, bronchitis? I'm like, no, this just started. I said, I actually feel like I have a fever. It's like my hair hurt. It hurt to have like anything hair. It hurt to have like clothes on. It just everything hurt. But my back was the worst. I said, oh my God, I've never felt this before. Yeah.
Okay.
It kind of freaks me out because I've never, like I said, I didn't get vaccinated as a kid. So my parents didn't believe in it. So I never get sick though.
Well,
I never get shot, COVID. But then I get the other shot, the V that was just out because Bravo made us. Not what they made us. They wouldn't let us go inside events if we didn't have the card. I had to. Now I get sick. Now I have a heart murmur, high blood pressure, and I'm like, now I'm getting the flu. I'm like, this is crazy. It freaks me out.
You gotta be careful. That's right.
Well, you know, I don't believe in any of that stuff, right? So,
Zinc, magnesium, and I think zinc, magnesium. Meg's in here. She's a nurse. She can tell you for sure because I know a little bit about that stuff. My mother fed it to me a lot. She was a nurse, but zinc, magnesium, and vitamin C, I think, helps to prevent some of it, and it doesn't. You can still get it, but you'll maybe not be as bad off as you would be if you're tearing that stuff up. Is all I'm saying.
I think like I live near the boardwalk, right? So in the summertime, like we were here COVID, of course, so right, but I never got. We barely wore masks, and my mom had cancer at the time, and I never got COVID. They never got COVID. We didn't,
Well, that's just you guys have probably a really good immune system. That's probably why.
Probably because we're down there on germs. Because I'm cleaning up shore houses after people think about it. We're going in like mushrooms in our houses and cleaning them up. Every time.
No, of course, yeah, because you live near the Jersey Shore. I forgot about that. Right. So
we rent out 3 houses, so like we're cleaning them every week.
Yeah,
and that's germs.
Yep. No lie there.
We built. Yeah, my sister really doesn't really get sick either, and we're the ones always cleaning.
You got good immune system. That's what it is. 100%.
I know people are like, oh, you guys. I'm like, I think we probably built it up for being around germs all the time and always doing stuff with around germs.
That'll happen, and that's something I stated a while back.
Yeah, you built
like these flus that are coming out. Okay, a lot of us when the big C happened, a lot of us kind of stayed away and locked ourselves down and didn't go
Yeah,
out in public. So in turn, it changed our immune systems, I think.
yeah,
And at that point, when we get something, we get it bad now because our immune systems have lowered
crazy.
because we're not out and around people so much, you know.
Hmm.
And a lot of these viruses have turned into like super bugs because they've been so dormant, you know, and things like that. And then now they're coming back out, and a lot of stuff can't kill it. So you got to be careful. So
Let's
this
just
is
hope.
just my opinion on how this has gone down. But
I wish they would give us our med beds. I want our med beds.
med
Or,
bed.
yeah,
Oh
pretty.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I know, come on, just give us the med.
Mhm. Yeah, and Meg's right. That's what I've been screaming to folks. And I scream it to my kid, my grandkids, wash your hands as often
Mhm.
as you can because it is so detrimental. I mean, literally you can touch a door handle and do this and you're sick. Seriously, it's that easy. So
Your DNA,
yes.
touch
Yep.
DNA.
And you're giving your DNA away too.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Jen. I appreciate ya. So
What is
back to this insanely stupid.
Is this the one that's like 400 million?
Yes.
So don't you believe though? Is this any? Could this be for them just to get this evidence back into a courtroom? The evidence we
Well,
couldn't even see. I
I'm glad
mean,
you brought that up because that's part of what our conversation is going to be. And I've told you I can see it both ways. Okay.
mm,
And I will be disappointed. I'm going to tell you right now, folks, right out of the gate, before we go any further with this, I'm going to be pissed off and I'm going to say something. If I see a settlement come outside of the court, okay, that's going to tell me this was a
Mhm.
fucking cash grab. And
Yes,
that's disgusting to me.
yes, because
If
it's a
it doesn't, if
ridiculous
it
amount of
doesn't,
money.
yeah. If they don't accept a settlement outside of the courtroom, that kind of tells me they want, because you guys know in a civil suit, you get an extreme amount of discovery and you get it faster and you get all of it from my understanding, what I've read about it. So
We fight $400 million. If you don't want to pay that, you're going to fight. Both sides are going to fight to think because nobody wants to pay that kind of money out, right?
yeah,
And if, like you said, if they accept any kind of settlement, then we know that they really truly don't care about getting the truth out.
right.
You know, I just wasn't sure if this was the kind of case that could happen, but it seems like it. You know, because don't you have to prove he did something? Prove he did a crime for you to say that you brought him, like they brought him there. Well, okay, prove he committed the crime. Well, okay, how are we going to prove that? We don't have proof. Well, he pleaded guilty. Could they do that instead of getting evidence in the courtroom? Hopefully not. I mean, well, listen, if that's the case, then they would have already won then because he's already pleaded guilty. So, you know what I mean? Like he's already, they say like, okay, you're responsible for bringing him to Washington State, but okay, well, did he commit a crime? Well, prove he committed that crime. You know, I hope they can't just use a guilty plea as proof. And then WSU is going to have to pay out. But I think they need to get the money in the court. I mean, they need to get all this evidence out because it's out, but it's like it's not doing anything. It doesn't feel like it's moving anything. It should be like in front of the cases. The Gonzalez should be right. All the evidence is probably going to blow their minds. It's probably going to give Steve a heart attack because they're so delusional. They still think a completely false, impossible narrative. So imagine the truth in front of their faces. Like, holy shit! It's just it's kind of sad.
Well, here's my thing is.
Yeah.
If they settle for a financial settlement, say they settle for 150 or 200 mil or something like that out of court, that to me is going to be an issue. That's going to say, hey, this was a cash grab and shame on you. If they don't settle and they fight this and they want to go to court, that tells me they're looking for discovery. They're trying to get as much of the info for the case that they can, in my opinion. And I got to say, I'm kind of hoping for that because maybe that'll open up some more discovery that we'll get to see. Who knows? I don't know, but I have thoughts on that. I'll just put it that way. Just saying. And that I agree with, bro. It's absolutely horrific that they had to have the loss that they had, but the money's not going to change this, guys. That's the thing. It just doesn't, you know. And it's horrible to me. So, now we went on about this yesterday, and I was very highly irritated. What's up, Gometa? Good to see you. Oh shoot, hold on. Give me 1 second, you guys. I gotta fix something.
Oops.
I stay irritated at this case.
Me too.
Some folks think I'm having a heart attack over it.
I was about to write Christina a letter. Christina Olivia. I'm like, I stopped myself. I'm just because I want to. I feel like we're so misrepresented, especially you guys. Like the way she feels, and it's so It's not even true. Like nobody's doing this for Brian. Nobody's doing this. Trust me, it's not for the money, because that comes like second or third. And it's like people that truly care. Do you really think we want brain worms over this every night? Do you really think we want brain worms?
Too late.
Yeah.
Too late.
Well,
You know what I mean? Nobody's doing this like because we don't care.
Right.
I just feel like I don't know. I feel like they just need to. I don't know. I don't know what I think it would do, but
just the other night, I forgot which night it was. Devil's Advocate had a attorney on their show. It was a defense attorney.
Thursday.
And I had a question, and she said that's a very difficult and loaded question, but if they was to take the plea deals off the table completely for crimes like a quadruple homicide and force law enforcement and prosecutors to prove their case without the plea deal and without taking the death penalty off the table, she said it will hold the court system cases and have it all backed up. Would you rather that to happen than to put away an innocent man?
yeah. I just don't understand it.
Right.
Because we all know, and we've already know that this investigation was like total shit.
That's a joke.
Right.
And that's just an understatement. I mean, it's just sad the way they did these 4 kids. And it furthermore proves what me and Dago has always said as well, that this was never about those 4 kids. None of it.
Not thus far.
Nothing. But I believe this is a cash grab. Dago.
Well, unfortunately, I have a bad feeling you might be right. I mean, we'll see for sure, but I don't know.
So if you don't know any better and you say, well, he pleaded guilty so he confessed, bullshit. Okay, he did not confess. Bill Thompson did not have Brian Kohlberger in a dark room somewhere with a big old light bulb over his fucking head, and he's pleading. He's
what are Twitter
totally, yeah, I mean, he's totally giving the horror story about how he did all this. That did not happen. That did not happen at all.
No, I give Brian.
One of the reasons why the plea deal happened is because they were saving their asses, because all of them would have lost their dang jobs in their whole careers, would have been flushed down the damn toilet. That's one of the reasons why. But I can't help but to be a little selfish in my little skin about this whole deal and say, well, had that been me, you would have lost your job because I didn't do this shit.
Right.
I just give him so much credit. He hasn't said one word. I couldn't imagine somebody talking to me the way they talk to him, and he hasn't said one word. Like, I give him so much credit. I don't know how he sat there. I don't know if you were playing it the other day with the day he got sentenced, and he had to say yes. And I'm like, just watching the way, like, the impact statements, I'm like, he said nothing. He still, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to come across this short little video that the behavior panel did on Brian Kohlberger. They did a fast forward version of the whole time throughout that whole damn hearing of him sitting there, and he barely budged the whole damn time. He had some movements, but it wasn't like he was just sitting there. Yeah,
absolutely. And we also did hear during what we've read so far, you guys know I think this is a bunch of bullshit, but especially with how they have attacked autistic people, so on and so forth. Okay. But again, we also heard about, you know, a scandal going on within WSU and Pullman, sexual, unfavorable sexual allegations against law enforcement officers. Okay. We've heard that too. This is an issue. This is an issue. Okay.
Like an ongoing one?
Well, yeah, it was ongoing. It's been going on and off for years. And we had the chief, assistant chief, and lieutenant all retired at the same time before they were forced out. That's a problem. Okay. So I'm just saying.
How young these officers are, well, in this college campus. What do you think is going to happen? You know what I mean? There's going to be fraternizing.
Well, see, the one that was really the first one that came out on this, like Sergeant, I can't ever think of this man's last name, but he was accused of being very, very improper and actually sexually assaulting a student. And that's where it starts at. Okay. And then goes forth from there. So, you know, it states that if they pulled WSU records stating that the police had a history of sexual misconduct while on duty. And it was directed toward fellow employees, including student interns, okay, that were there for criminology classes and learning.
But Brian's a scumbag, though.
Yeah.
Right? Brian's the one who offends everybody, all the women. And
Right. And then, you know, the specific offending officer had a reputation of engaging within sexual activities around Pullman campus, guys, including the presidential suite. Again, we talked about this yesterday at Hartford Stadium. Which is, you know, where they have the observatory and all that for WSU's football program and stuff like that. So, again, abuse of power. We all know it happens. So on and so forth. Also, fellow WSU officers. Well, I'm going to read this to you guys because this is kind of where we left off yesterday. I think this is an important part of maybe the actual investigation, as well as obviously the lawsuit here. But I was talking yesterday, and after the show, SRB and I, a couple other people talked within our Discord. I think that this part of this lawsuit being pulled to the surface very likely could have something to do with this crime or the case in general. Okay. And don't blow it off before you look into it or think about it, because it very absolutely likely could.
I thought it did too. A long time ago, I thought that had something to do with somebody trying to hide something. Right. Or some kind of an affair or something.
Right. And it says fellow WSU police officers also told investigators that they had concerns about the offending officer. I'm going to find his name and give it to you. He was a sergeant. The offending officer making comments about student interns, such as, can you have them do that? A calisthenics movement again. What a pig. Okay. So he's having there's female officers or interns that are doing calisthenic movements and stuff, like probably bending over or stretching and this and that. And he's like, can you have her do it again? Like, these people like this make me sick. But anyway, and it leads to other things. And, you know, some people, interns possibly, working underneath an officer that's of power, that has a high-ranking position, may feel that they have to maybe possibly do certain things to be able to get what they need, or could be forced into feeling like if they don't perform certain actions or things, that they're not going to get ahead in their position, which is sickening to me. And I've seen this happen, guys. I've seen this happen.
Did you hear about the basketball coach? So it's college basketball. I can't remember right now. I have to look up the team. But it was Real Housewives of Potomac's her ex-housewife Robin, her husband Juan. He was the assistant coach for one of the college basketball teams. But the coach was blackmailing a student, but acting like a female, like catfished a student, or I'm sorry, a player, for and ended up being 3 male players acting like a female. And started blackmailing them for pictures and stuff, and forcing them to do things with each other and send pictures. It was really weird. They got fired I was thinking it was sometime last year. But his name's Juan Dixon. He's the assistant coach. But I'll find the name of the team. But dude, he was a male coach and blackmailing his players because I guess he was, interested. But it's wild. I gotta find the name of the team. But talk about creed. That's just, I'm going to find the name of the team right now. But yeah, it was like his name's Juan Dixon, but he's still married to one of the housewives of Potomac, but she got fired. But it's crazy.
It also says the offending WSU officer also groped a newly hired female employee at WSU PD who complained to a fellow officer. Despite reporting the incident, it was not documented by WSU or disclosed to CCR. So, not to mention, they're holding this back and hiding this because they don't want to give campus PD a bad name or the campus a bad name. You know what I mean? Welcome, Love and Other Habits. Good to see you. So that's an issue as well. And then it says in early November 22, the offending officer resigned from the university. Oh, gee. That shouldn't have been allowed. Sorry. They allow these offending people to resign from their positions to be able to retain, if it's possible, any benefits that they may get or anything like, and avoid any kind of charges. I think that's bullshit.
Well, they might still get suspension.
Right. 100% they could. If they do early retirement, things like that, it's insane to me. I'm sorry, but that's
I
wrong.
don't think they deserve it. I don't think they should.
Right. Because of the reason why you're resigning from your position. Now, like I said, resigning is different than like early retirement, but still, if you retire early, you can still gain your pension and stuff like that. And that is absolute bullshit. Sorry. But this one here, WSU police sergeant accused of sexual misconduct resigns. I'm going to get his name for you guys here in a minute. It says ultimately the investigation determined that the WSU PD command fostered an environment that discouraged reporting sexual misconduct. The serious sexual misconduct allegations in the ensuing months-long investigation and findings regarding WSU PD during the 2022, this is my issue right here, folks, okay? I keep telling you this, and I keep stressing this. During the 2022 fall semester, we know that is exactly the same time that the crimes were committed. In the fall, November of 22. And I'm sorry, but coincidence is not a word that I can apply to this case. I just don't, okay? So knowing that this all was going down in the fall of 2022, granted it's at WSU, but that means nothing to me at this point, okay? It makes me wonder, is there a probability that there's a relation here? Now, once again, I said this yesterday, and it makes me still wonder. We know the type of person Brian Koberger was. Hey, Jules, good to see you, dear. We also know how interested in certain crimes Brian was, especially sexually based crimes, okay, that he was reading on and so on and so forth. And it just makes you wonder. And this lawsuit's almost a joke because at one point they're showing one thing, and at another point they're showing something else and contradicting themselves to some aspect. I'll just put it that way. So knowing that during the 2022 fall semester, we have issues like this going on. We have police officers being accused of inappropriation with sexual activities and things like that. Really? Am I going to look the other way and go, nah, there's no relation. Nope, there's no, it's coincidental, blah, blah, blah. Come on, guys. The probability is very high to me. So I have to say that. So it says, as discussed in detail below, around this same time period, WSU CCR office had received numerous formal complaints about Koberger's discriminatory, harassing, stalking, and predatory behavior, but had not acted on those complaints or even met with or spoken to Koberger about them. So I don't know that that's true. I just don't know that that's true. But if they have documentation proving it didn't happen, then it is what it is.
I don't remember seeing any complaints about him until after he was arrested, right?
I don't either, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen.
I think that, he's so misinformed, Steve.
Right. No, that's not the same Jules, Hemi. That's a different Jules.
I feel like he's just so misinformed. I don't know why he like this. I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
He wasn't there. I mean, if this happened after the murder, he didn't go back to work. So how could he? What do they want to do? What do you want to do? You know what I mean?
Well, he went back to work.
Oh, he did?
Oh, he did. Yeah. He went.
That's right. It did happen.
He went on living his life just like anybody else would, which again is something else that's a red flag to me.
Yeah.
Somebody committing a crime like this that just goes on to their doctor's appointments and haircut appointments and goes
Right.
back to work.
Take
No.
selfies. I mean, honestly, taking a selfie was the best thing he could do because there's not a mark on him. And the hairdresser would see his head. A doctor would see him and, is trained to look and pick out things, just as a doctor. Oh, what's that mark on you or this or that, I mean, what a psychopath.
Right.
He seems like such a psycho. He's going to go to Costco. Like, really? He admits to not wearing a seatbelt, for fuck's sake. Poor guy.
Right.
You're fucked if you do. You're fucked if you don't.
See, there's a reason why I was mentioning about the interview I was telling you about the other day about the guy in Texas.
Right. Hold on 1 second. Well, welcome to the sauce, Jules. God bless. Wonderful to have you joining us here and the family. We appreciate you very much, and I hope you enjoy it over here. Go ahead. Sorry, Hemi.
I was just saying it's a totally different deal, but it's similar in kind of ways. Because the people that he moved into or moved in with, he got along real well with one of the kids. So you have to watch it, but I'm not trying to get in deep into it.
Well, I was going to throw that video
there was
tonight too.
There was something that kid was into that he didn't know anything about. Right? He's just focusing on his school, trying to get his education, trying to get into football, scholarships, and the whole dang on 9 yards.
Right.
That was his focus. And then he turned around. He's getting accused of something he didn't even do, like sexually abusing kids, which that's what his buddy was doing.
Right.
But because there was one pajamas that he was wearing, and he only wore it one time, but his buddy was wearing, that was a way of proving that he was doing these acts with these girls. Could it be, I'm just throwing it out there, somebody in the WSU who had it in for Brian Kohlberger purposely set him up for this? Just thought I'd throw that out there. That's the reason why I said we need to watch that documentary.
It's a good point.
I was like,
Yeah, that makes sense.
No, I was going to pull that up. I was going to pull that up tonight as well. Just to show you guys a little bit of what he was talking about yesterday. Real quick, thank you again, Moto Man. Says this is almost pointing at a possible reason why that sheath had DNA on it. If Brian was communicating with this officer at WSU, BK could have brushed up against the sheath or maybe even asked to look at it. That's a good point, sir. Very good point. And thank you again. Number 2 towards our goal. And now both from you, my friend. So thank you very much. God bless. Very generous.
Didn't they hand him a ticket also? Didn't he have to sign the ticket or something with one of their pens or anything like that when he got pulled over? No. And they asked him for his phone number or something.
Might be.
Could have there too.
Yeah. Tandy's asking why this was filed in Skagit County and not Whitman. But that's a good point. I think because Stacy Chapin lived in Skagit County has something to do with that, Tandy. That's a good question. But I'm curious. I'm going to be looking into that too because that's interesting. And I still feel like part of Brian being looked into was brought on by WSU folks as well.
It's starting to make me wonder.
Pretty much what you said last night, SRB 100%. I do absolutely agree. But real quick here, let me throw this up to you guys. Again, this was this past year, 2025. Pullman Police Chief Jake Opgenorth resigned in March of this year following allegations of sexual assault and domestic violence, but he was not fired. And a judge denied a related protection order. No criminal charges have been filed against him. What is going on that this is okay? This was this past year, okay? Still going on. Thank you so much, Moonlit, for bringing that to my attention as well. No, you're good, K-Dips. All I'm telling you guys is remember this stuff as well. I'm telling you, I have.
This is the upside down universe.
It truly is. It is 100% like fucking the upside down because this shit doesn't make any sense, you guys. No sense at all.
I mean, how can they?
The Chapins lived in Skagit County. It's something. I think that might have something to do with it. I'm not 100%. Tandy said you're correct. They are the only. That's what I thought. Yeah, 100%. That's exactly what I thought. That it had something to do with them because they are the only family that lives in Washington. In turn, I think that one of the rulings with the lawsuit is somebody has to live within the state and within the area. That's what I think to be able to do this. So, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm sorry, but just my opinion. Unleashed. I can't. Is that Robert? Oh, it is. Okay. There you go.
Hello.
Welcome, Robert.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us. Can't
Welcome.
these parents just read the documents and if they
Yeah,
in
you
the
got
end,
it.
we all come to the conclusion he did it is good. No, I know, right? Thank you. It could
Sounds
be, Speedy, that they're looking to get the maximum amount of discovery because they haven't gotten anything. Okay. If that's wrong, if that's the case, then that is what they're doing this for. I can understand it. But if it's a settlement out of court for so much money, I'm sorry. That's going to irritate me because that's going to tell me that it's a cash grab, and I don't like that, is all I'm saying. Anyway, let me do this real quick and get this out of the way. This video that Hemi's been talking about that he dropped over here. Where's it at again, Hemi?
It's going to take some time, Dago. I don't think we're going to have enough time for it right now.
How long is it?
It's good, at least about 2-3 hours.
Oh shit! Okay, no, I didn't realize
That's the
that.
reason why we had to do it in the back in the background when we have time.
All
to do
right,
it.
I got you then. Fine. That's
And then
fine.
and what I thought was after we sit through and watch it together, then we can discuss what parts of it do we need to pull out of it and to compare it to the Brian Koberger case, because this is a totally different case altogether now. This is not a quadruple homicide. This is a sexual assault case, but there's still the same rules apply. I mean, he's falsely accused.
Right.
We all
No,
believe that Brian
understood.
Koberger is falsely accused.
Absolutely.
But I just thought it was too long for a live to do. We'll just do that.
Got you.
In Discord.
No problem. No problem. And then we can discuss it and break it down and show clips of it. It makes sense. Misty
Right.
Jane, hello and welcome. Can you turn your volume up a bit? I hardly hear you. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm sorry about that. Give me 1 second, dear. 1 second.
Let me look at it and see.
All right. Hopefully that's better. Do I sound louder, everybody?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Hopefully that's better, Misty. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, when I was going over the document last night, I just kept shaking my damn head at it.
Great, Kelly.
Okay.
I was trying to figure out exactly why this was reading like a freaking Hollywood script, just for a civil lawsuit.
Sounds like one, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, that's a good point as well. Definitely. Hold on a minute here.
Right.
That's a good point, Speedy. The Chapins couldn't show up for Ethan at the sentencing hearing, but we have Stacy in Washington for Othram, and now they're suing W. Agreed. That's an issue. I agree with that, Speedy, wholeheartedly.
I just can't believe that they were accidentally at the same place at a meeting. Like, what is Othram hanging out at, like meetings for people that lost parents or something?
No, I don't believe that at all.
That's so weird. Like, and then whisper in her ear, "Oh, it's okay. Have a great Thanksgiving. We found him." Like, who the fuck does that?
Yeah,
It's so random. Like, are you stalking them? And she was probably stalking them.
I feel like Stacy. I feel like Stacy was placed where she was. I'll be honest with you. I hate to say that. She was there on purpose, in my opinion. That's truly my opinion, but it is what it is. This is why Christy told us to stop looking into the case. She didn't want us to find more stuff. And yeah, I agree with that at this point because she knows. Here's the thing, you guys, which tells me something of importance. It makes me feel like they know at this point that she and Steve, that they know.
Yeah.
They know that there's something out there that is going to pop up and it's going to show us or prove that Brian's not the one. And here's the thing. If that happens before this lawsuit goes through, guess what? Bye-bye, lawsuit. Bye-bye.
They have to admit that if he did it, if they want to say he did it, that he didn't do it alone. There's no fucking way he did it alone. So how are they okay with this one-man perp story that doesn't make any sense at all? Like, they have to at least admit to that. Say, they want to say Brian did it, whatever. Say suspect one. But suspect one wasn't alone. So you know there's no way.
Right. What's up, Pappy?
So how are they okay with putting on the streets that helped murder their daughter? You know?
Yep. Very good point.
Well, it kind of confused me. I didn't see mom, but
Your microphone is.
Are you there, Robert? You went robotic and then disappeared.
Hey, check your microphone.
No.
ET phone home.
ET phone home.
Try to go out. Try to go out and come back in, Robert. I'll bring you back up.
We have no more bicycle for you. Okay, get your own basket.
Phone home, ET. Where'd you go?
He's gone completely now. No sound. Mike's got a good point, guys. Follow the money. And I mean, I'm telling you, it shouldn't have anything to do with this, but I'm telling you it does. Yeah, we can't hear you. We can't hear you at all, Robert. I'm sorry.
Even if it doesn't have, even if it is for them to get the evidence, I don't think they'd be sad at any settlements. You know what I mean? I don't think they're going to shy away by taking any money. You know, I have a feeling that they're just going to get, if it gets to the point where they, I don't know. I can't find it anymore. I don't know. I think that it wouldn't be I think they'd be okay with taking money. I do. And like say they can't get all the evidence they want out. I don't think they go. I think they'll say, no, give me some money. I think they would take it.
It's not gonna
bring it back.
Taking money's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna change anything. It's not gonna fix anything. So there in turn, if that's what you're doing, then I don't see it. It doesn't make no damn sense.
Well, they got money already, right? They probably got all of Chris. I don't know how they could have Kaylee's money because they weren't even like her emergency contacts or anything, right? So like, how did they have access to? Like, they probably took her money that was in the bank, the $100,000 that probably went to them. Her car that was worth a lot of money. You know,
and if it means anything to you, Dago, I know Birdie had the appellate lawyer of those two lady attorneys that came on. I can't remember their names.
Oh, the custody queens, yes.
Custody queens. The appellate lawyer that with him was with
Ron
Birdie, and he seems like he thought this was a cash grab. They was trying.
That's kind of what I'm thinking too.
And it makes three of us. I think it's a cash grab too.
It's a ridiculous amount of money, though. Think about it. You know,
it's
like
that's why I think it's a cash grab, Krista, because they went for a stupidly high amount, $400 million, knowing that if you go that high, that a settlement out of court's going to drop. Even if you get $1 million or $2 million, then that's an easy amount to settle for. You're still getting an obscene amount of money. That is exactly how I think that's going to play out. And it looks like a cash grab to me, and it's so shameful. It makes me sick.
Is this actually like? Is this been filed and everything? Like, is there court dates coming up, or is this just like a threat right now, or what is this?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm reading to you guys today. Okay. Yeah, that's what's filed.
Oh wow. Okay.
And it has Karen Laramie, Steve Gonsalves, Jeff Carnodle, and Stacy Chapin as the people filing. They're all in there.
I thought it was just Gonsalves.
No.
Oh wow.
They got everybody involved in it on and that's what was interesting to me. I didn't expect to see Carnodle in there or Stacy Chapin, but they're all in there. And honest to God, it looks like Chapin may be the primary because of where she lives, like I said. So it's just it's kind of sad.
Yeah. She's not.
You're doing the robotic thing again, bud.
All this. And let me
Go ahead.
back out and come back up.
Okay.
It's sad, man. It's sad because you think about all the money they've already got since the trial and
Right.
throughout the whole thing, and then you add on top of this here. So it's just greedy people being greedy, and
I
then
mean,
you want to sit and talk about us sitting here breaking down these
Right?
documents and going through, and you want us to shut the fuck up. Then
But
I
it's,
had to call you out on your shit, though.
right.
How are you gonna tell us that when we should already see you being greedy?
I
And
think
that,
they
and- yeah, and I've noticed, and Moonlit's right. I've even seen guilters that have been side by side with the Gonsalves all the whole time, and their guilters against Brian, blah blah blah, are starting to turn on them, saying, "What the hell are you doing? This is not what this is about. You're making them look bad, blah blah blah, so on and so forth." So, I mean,
is it even possible to blame WSU for bringing a possible would-be killer? Like,
no,
how?
not.
I don't think
not.
so.
It's not at all, because to do what they did, they had to do, because it was TA. They had to do background check. They had to look into this. They had to do that, fingerprinting, all that other shit, and nothing came back, or he wouldn't have been hired.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, like you could say at this point, anybody could commit a crime that works there, right? You
That
know,
is absolutely correct, Christy. Yes.
so it's like you're gonna sue everybody. You're gonna sue every time there's a murder. You're gonna sue the city, or if if it ever happens again. But you're gonna sue every time.
Right. Are you there, Robert?
Yeah, is that better?
Yeah. So far.
Okay. No, what I was trying to say earlier is exactly why isn't Christie's name on this lawsuit with Steve?
Because they only have one person per family doing it. It's easier. And I think that's how it has to be set up. One person per family.
I wonder who would have been Kaylee's next of kin, like her aunt, maybe, or her grandma, like, or her parents, I guess, or no? We didn't
I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yes. SRB. Thank you. Get out of my head. I was
Oh,
going to say the same thing. If this does go to court and the Chapins show up for court for this, shame. Because if you remember, think about this. Way back in the very beginning of this case, Jim and Stacy Chapin both said that they aren't going to be going to court hearings. They're not going to be going to the trial. They're not going to be doing any of this. They're going to wash their hands with it and move on with their lives. They don't want nothing to do with this. And I'll be damned if they show up for this.
They showed up at Crime Con.
Right. But to the case, for the case itself, if they show up for this, you guys, that absolutely tells me it's a cash grab. And that's sickening to me. I'm sorry. But I agree with SRB on that one.
You know, it's weird. Maybe she got a little bit of money and extra more money. And now that it's like you get so greedy sometimes. Like people that maybe they're new money people, and maybe they got a little money out of this, and now it's like it's not enough. You know, I don't know, man.
I don't know, but that's 100% what they said, and that's how they acted. They weren't there for anything that had to do with this until now, and that's a problem, folks. If they go with this and they're supporting, and you see them there for all the thing, we got a problem. Houston, we got a problem.
They have like a one lawyer that does it. They all in on this, so they have like one lawyer that they hire, or lawyers that they hire together. Because I find it weird that they're all doing this together. They don't seem like the four people that I don't know. They don't seem like they agree on a lot of stuff. So,
well, I'll tell you right now, I don't. If I could do it, I would love. I'm going to try. I don't think I'll have a good reaction to it, but I'm going to try to get Kara Northington to join me over here now that she's changed her life. I want to get Kara over here and just see if she would talk about this. We don't have to talk about the case or what she thinks, unless she wants to, but I want to ask her about this and what her thoughts are about this. So if you can hear me, Kara, my door's open. I've always adored her. I've always felt very bad for her. You're more than welcome to come here to the platform and have that conversation with me. I just want your feelings about the lawsuit, Kara. That's all. I've always thought that she's had a very rough life. People make their own choices. I understand that, but I'm kind of proud of
me too
doing what she's doing, and you know why. You've been through the same thing.
It's hard. It's really, really hard. It's hard,
especially with her loss. Yes.
Yeah, and being in jail.
Exactly.
Like that is,
and she's been hammered by other people, other creators, other channels, this and that. And I'm not about that. You know what I mean? I just want to have a conversation with her as a person.
I want to hug her.
And I want to get her opinions on that too. But I want to get her opinions on the lawsuit, things like that as well. You know, I would talk to Xana's aunt as well, 100%.
I broke my heart. What was it? When Kara was talking to went way back when she was talking. I think she was crying, talking to. I think it was News Nation or something. Oh my God! Because to me, it proved that her and Steve and Nick Gonzalez both doubted Dylan's story. You know.
And Kara,
like,
she said that back then.
All the way back then. I'm like, thank God, because I'm like here thinking that like they think that these two did something. They didn't do anything wrong, and to me, like you really should be like getting them for not rendering aid or like wrongful death. I don't know, something like if you saw that on the floor, you said she might be passed out. Like, and
here's the thing. I don't know if it's true, and it's just an opinion. And I'm not going to say that it's a fact. It's just something I've wondered, but I've always wondered if Kara Northington was almost forced into making certain statements and having certain thoughts about this, because she did say at one point that she, of course, was open and believed possibly that other people were involved in this, but then all of a sudden it was locked out, like almost like she was forced into saying, "Nope, he did it. That's it. It's done."
Yep.
And it made me wonder, like, did you do this because they kind of put pressure on you to feel that way, or make a statement? You know what I mean?
Yeah, think about trying to fight. Think about her trying to fight up against this, against this. Everybody made the decision for her, you know, because they probably think that they can run all over her because she lost so much and like was so down. It's like
exactly.
I get it. Like I kept saying that, like I wish they knew how much support they'd have behind them. Just because we've already done the work, you know what I mean? You don't really have to look at the docs. We can just tell you what's up.
Right.
Just get behind us, and you'll have an army of people, you know, that are trying to fight for you and your kids.
I agree with you, DK. I don't know. I didn't know that the Chapins were Mormon. I never heard that before. That's new for me. But thank you for that info. If it's true, 100%, I didn't know. The lies in the suit can be challenged by burden of proof by WP. Yeah, I agree with that too, Faye. 100%.
Wouldn't they have to prove that he committed a murder or not commit or didn't commit a murder, or they would lose the suit? I think. I don't know. I'm trying to get in my head how this works. Like, how could they prove? Like, WSU's, are they just going to lay down and say, "Oh, here's your money," or they have to prove?
I don't know. I don't know, because if WSU, just like you said, if they lay down. Oh, hold on, real quick, Jeremy. Dago, do you think that they could have possibly gotten DNA from Brian after searching Kopaka's place after the killing? He died then, right after Koberger gets arrested. I mean, if they knew each other from being neighbors, maybe hung out once or twice, anything's possible, Jeremy. By the way, that looks like a EMS star you have as your avatar. If it is, that's very cool. If not, it's still very cool. Yeah, anything's possible, Jeremy. I'm not going to discount anything at this point, my friend. I just tell you, anything is very, very possible. Mikey said that's the vibe I've always gotten off of them, with the big M. I mean, it is possible. I don't know for a fact, guys. I've never seen anything showing that they're Mormons, but it does make sense in some aspects. So, truly, I wouldn't be surprised. What I expect, this narrative has brought big money. And when that well runs dry, they'll change their minds. And oh my God, we were lied to the whole time. That's a good point, Moonlit. Very good point, dear. I
mean,
I love how intelligent this community is and how interactive you guys are. It's amazing. I love you guys to death.
It really is. This chat, we always have usually great conversations.
Oh, and absolutely. Every time.
Yeah, and all our theories, like, they're different, and nobody like downs anybody else, like, because they all could be true. Like, everything we come up with, like, could be more true than what they have tried to make us believe. You know, like,
right.
We things that actually fit and work out. Like, and they're all different, but it's more probable this narrative. You know,
Doc Day, I'm so sorry, hon.
Oh God.
Sophie had a heart attack, took her to a cardiologist, couldn't save her, kidneys went, but had to. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. God bless, hon.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It'll be in our thoughts and prayers for sure. And that's horrifying. It's like losing a family member is absolutely what it is. So
they're my kids.
Condolences to you, dear, and absolutely always in our thoughts and prayers, hon. Always.
Dago, something
Yes.
was brought to my attention. I want to ask you about it. You
Okay.
remember when they had searched Brian Koberger's apartment?
Mhm.
They found blood on the
The
pillow.
pillow. Yeah, I think it was his.
So, with that being said, let me ask you this: why did they go the route they went to get his DNA when he went?
I've always had that
went through
question.
that his
Always.
father, and they had that sample this whole damn time.
Like, what is the point? Like, why
Well,
do you get?
they did that search on his apartment the same day they arrested him. Hemi, remember that, okay? They did it simultaneously, so that's what I'm saying, and it still makes me wonder.
It's a lot
That's
easier.
why I don't. That's
apartments.
why I don't trust. That's why I don't trust. Hold on, Krista. 1 second, hon. I'm sorry. That's why I don't trust this, because if they go to his apartment to serve that warrant that day, they pull DNA from the apartment that's his, obviously,
Mhm.
and then they arrest him and send off this sheet and this whatever DNA that they send off to find it's his. Come on, you guys. This is all happening at the same time. I don't trust it. I just don't trust it. I'm sorry.
I just don't know how they have to go to his dad. Like, why go all the way to his dad? You know, you have his name. You can go get his earwax out of his trash can. You know what I mean?
It was for show. It was absolutely for show. They had to make sure that the public saw this horrible, horrible monster had to have the doors kicked in and taken down by the FBI and this and that and everything else based on the the propaganda that they put out through the media. They had to have us see that. They couldn't just have this guy walk into the office. Think about it, Krista. If they just had him walk into the office and sit down and have an interview like Richard Allen did, and ask for a swab and he agrees to it, how bad of a person are you going to think that he is?
Yeah.
You're not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's another point that I was trying.
1-1 in the house. What's up, brother? Go ahead. Sorry.
So we have numerous interviews with Delphi case, Gary Allen. Numerous.
Richard Allen, yeah.
Oh, Richard Allen, I'm sorry.
That's okay. A lot of names to remember.
Yeah, right. But there's one thing we never got. Where's the interview with Brian Koberger?
We're never going to get that. They already said they're not going to give that to us from Pennsylvania. We're not going to get it. Not going to happen.
Probably because he sat there and said, I didn't do this. I did not do this. And he probably asked for his lawyer, actually.
And I'm going to tell you why. Well, partly, yeah. I'm going to tell you exactly why I don't think that they're going to give it to us. Because there's something in that interview that completely will turn us the other direction. And probably even people that think Brian's guilty, watching that interview, in my opinion, would have people running the other directions away from Brian being guilty, and that is why they won't let us see it. That's my opinion. As Hemi would say, that is my humble opinion, 100%. And that's why I think that they will never give us anything from Pennsylvania, folks. Truly and wholeheartedly, that is why.
That was my thought as well. I just want to make sure we was on the same page with that.
Yeah.
Because had they released that interview and whatever Brian Koberger had to say would contradict every damn thing as far as their narrative and all that. It'd be thrown out the window.
It would. I think there's things that Brian said, and here's again. I'm gonna take you guys back to something, guys. Everything. I wish Lucy was in here because she'd be screaming the propaganda, because that's what it's been. We've all seen what they have portrayed Brian, what they portrayed Brian Koberger as within the media. Okay. If they show any, hold on a second. If they show any humanity in relation to Brian Koberger, it would destroy the narrative. It will destroy the narrative that they have created based on the propaganda that they pushed through the media. Because that's how they convicted him, you guys. They knew, in my opinion, they were going to convict him through the court of public opinion. That's exactly what they knew the whole time. That's why they ran the media as strong as they did. And that is it 100% why I think we're not seeing certain things, because it'll change our minds. For those of us that are already not in that mindset, they have to run that narrative. They have to continuously run this narrative to keep that thought process going in that direction.
When they
So-
painted,
Let me
him
throw
out
this out there.
as
I'm
completely
sorry,
different.
Krista.
No, I'm
Let me throw
sorry.
this out there real quick, and I'll let you roll with it. If there was anything exculpatory in that interview, and there's a reason why we're not getting it, and everything that we have has been released up to this point, this is a scenario if he was to file for his shit. Dang it. What do you call it? When he files for his
Appeal?
appeal, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Everything up to this point, as far as evidentiary wise, they cannot be used again.
Right. No, it has to be
So-
new evidence if they're going to use it in that sense. Right.
If the reason why we're not getting this interview has exculpatory evidence that may exclude Brian Kohlberg, is the reason why they're not releasing it, because of his eventual appeal. They can turn around and use that interview to get him exonerated. I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Right. Of course. Welcome, Circus Music. Go ahead, Krista.
No, I was just saying, like, what was I saying? I forget what I was saying. Never mind. I think, what was I saying?
It'll come back. It'll come back.
Yeah, it'll come back to me.
Let's stay here.
I'm not nipping on no moonshine. Leave me alone.
On a Chapin's Key, he was at the food truck behind Kaylee and Maddie with Jack Showalter. And I feel in my gut, this guy has some. It could be 1-1. He could have been. I told you guys, I truly believe that those girls, especially those two, were being followed that night. And if he was one of the ones that was following them that night, absolutely. And he ended up going to prison. I can't remember. I think 48 months, 3 days after the murders happened. This Jonah Chapin, and he's not related to the Chapins. Before anybody gets excited, he's not at all. We looked into him when 1-1 brought him to my attention, and that's what we found. So, and like the other comment that I threw up there, that he has, from based on what 1-1 said, and I have to look into this to figure out what or why, he's got a U.S. Marshal hold on him. Now, 1-1, what does that mean? You're welcome to jump up here too, brother. You know that. You're always welcome. If you're available, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. You're welcome to pop up here and talk with us a little bit if you want to. It could give some absolute involvement. I'd like to know what this Marshall hold is about, okay, and what that entails. So that's interesting. That is very interesting. I listen to you all the time, Meg. All the time. I listen to all you blue peoples. Because if I didn't, I would be in a hole right now all by myself.
I don't know. There's a whole lot of hope in the game for me. I understand that I'm just like very positive about this. I'm hoping that true justice does come, but there's a reason for everything. And Ann Taylor's still in the game. She has not left Brian Kohlberger's defense team.
Not as of now, no.
Everybody's still in play. I just want justice to get done. That's all.
Same here. Same here. Actually, let me take this down for right this second. I'm gonna show you guys something real quick. 1 second.
But I gotta go and take care of my dog. He's chopping at the bit.
Dylan's
I
coming
would-
over to grab this. Sean's cards.
All right, Amy. We'll be here if you want to come back, my friend. You hear me? They'd already dropped. They already dropped. All right. Let's see here. Hold on a minute here. All right. So let me show you this real quick. Yeah. Based on what I found, yes. So, what does a U.S. Marshal hold mean in legal terms? Let me show you guys something here real quick. If this is clarifiable and verifiable and it's fact, it's interesting. What you laughing at, Fizzy? 1 second here. All right, so understanding what a USM hold signifies in legal terms is crucial for those navigating the criminal justice system. A hold can significantly impact an individual's detention status and subsequent legal proceedings, making it essential to comprehend its implications. This article will delve into various aspects of USM hold, providing insights into how it affects individuals within the judicial process. Welcome, Yvonne Poole. United States Marshal Service, USMS, established by the Judiciary Act of 1789, is the oldest federal law enforcement agency in the United States. Its primary function is to support the federal judiciary by executing court orders, warrants, and other legal mandates. The Marshal's authority includes apprehending fugitives, managing and transporting federal prisoners, and protecting witnesses. Marshals have the power to enforce federal laws across state lines, unlike local law enforcement agencies. This capability is vital to USM holds, allowing marshals to detain individuals wanted for federal offenses or who have violated federal release conditions. Their jurisdiction extends nationwide and internationally, enabling collaboration with foreign governments and agencies. In the context of a USM hold, marshals ensure individuals subject to a federal Let's try this again. Subject to federal charges or warrants are detained and brought before the appropriate judicial authority. This often involves coordination with local and state law enforcement, highlighting the marshal's role as a bridge between various levels of law enforcement. The ability to place a hold ensures individuals remain in custody until federal authorities can take over, preventing flight risk or further criminal activity. A USM hold is activated when specific legal conditions necessitate detaining an individual. A primary trigger is the issuance of a federal arrest warrant for offenses such as drug trafficking or white-collar crimes. The U.S. Marshals ensure individual is located and detained, placing a hold if they are already in custody for other charges. Another trigger is a violation of federal supervised release conditions. Individuals released from federal custody must adhere to specific terms like regular check-ins or travel restrictions, and violations may lead to a hold to ensure compliance with judicial mandates and public safety. So, here's my thought. This could be because the man did prison time. As I told you, 3 days after the murders, he went to prison for a period of time, guys. It was quite a while, if I remember right. So he could have been released at this point, and he's under a martial hold to make sure that he follows probationary tactics, and that he doesn't take off, that he can't like leave the state or the country or something like that. That could explain why he's under a hold right now. Meaning, they're trying to keep tabs on him to make sure that something like that doesn't happen. So it's interesting because he definitely had drug charges, big time drug charges that he went to prison on. Okay. It also says individuals subject to an USM hold are entitled to specific legal rights and protections under the Constitution and federal law. The Fifth Amendment guarantees the right to due process, ensuring individuals are not deprived of liberty without, where'd it go? Without appropriate legal procedures. This includes the right to be informed of the charges against them and to a fair hearing. And of course, the Sixth Amendment provides the right to legal counsel, so on and so forth. We know how that works. And the Eighth Amendment prohibits excessive bail. Again, we know how that works. Impact on detention status. Martial hold significantly alters detention status, affecting custody conditions and potential release. The individual transitions from state or local to federal jurisdiction, often resulting in continued detention without bail. So he may still be sitting in prison, and they may have him under a martial hold to keep him in prison. That could be part of it as well, just so you guys know. So that's a grand possibility. So there again, being held under USM hold typically means being housed in a federal facility. So there you go. He is in there. Okay. They're holding him and keeping him from being released from my. If I'm reading this right, that's how I'm going to take it at this point now, knowing that he did go to prison. So that's an interesting point. 1-1 for throwing in there. I appreciate knowing that. I'm going to look into him a little bit more too. So that's what that means.
Looks like everyone bailed on you except for me.
I didn't know Krista was leaving, but I guess she did. All right. Well, sorry if I ran everybody off. I didn't mean to.
It's okay. I'm just kind of sitting here holding something right now.
Oh, all right, Krista. No problem, hon. So that's what that federal hold means, you guys. And lifting the hold on it, it determines on whether the detention continues or release is granted, and it has to be a judicial decision made during a detention hearing where prosecution and defense present arguments, and the prosecution may argue for maintaining the hold due to flight risk or community danger. Community danger, that's interesting. Like, this guy could be a danger to public if he were to be released. Things could happen. What's up, Pennywise? Good to see you in the house, and I appreciate you. So that could be because some people you can give them electronic monitoring situations, this, that, or anything else, and they're still going to do whatever they want. So putting a federal hold on them via the marshal's office kind of ensures that as soon as they make a move, they're going to be hammered. If you know, but it sounds like typically that he's in prison and they're keeping him in prison with this hold, in my opinion. So that's just an opinion I have, but that's what that means. So everybody knows and understands. Yeah, I think, you know, I just wanted, that's something too that's interesting, 1-1, because I've been thinking about that. And real quick, I want to see something here with you guys.
Yeah, you've heard that old saying, Calgon, take me away? I kind of wish it right now. Calgon, take me away.
Why are you saying that?
It's like Grand Central Station in here today.
At your house?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got you. So real quick here. I want to look at this just for a second here, because this has been, I've been told by more than one person to go back and follow this again after as much time as I spent on this. But this person, I'd like to know who he is. Okay. This Jonah Chapin that was supposedly here this night. And he was here when the girls were here because supposedly he's there watching the girls. And
is he relation to Ethan?
No, I just said there's no relation to them whatsoever.
Okay.
Not at all. That's okay. It's okay. You probably didn't hear me or anything. It's fine. But that's one thing I said right away because I didn't want people to get excited and go, oh my God, is he related? He's not. Whoever he is, he's not related to them. So just real quick here, I'm going to look at this and see if we can see somebody that looks like he might fit this guy. This guy's persona real fast here.
Like an iced tea as an alternative to like water guy. I rarely do hot tea. They don't do hot tea a lot. Those are 2 barbecues out here.
Okay. Pull noodles for you real quick. Chibo, feel that hook with your pointer finger right there? Right here, on your pointer finger right here. Try to hit that against here, like that. Yep. Feel that? That's where you're trying to rest it at. Okay, you're good.
So that way it just doesn't cheese out.
Helps keep the gloves cleaner.
Joni, chance of me being a special guest for Xmas at your place. I can cook and clean very well. See, classy. I'm actually really comfortable meeting almost any of you anywhere. I can't let you come to my home because that's where my wife lives, and I would just never do that. But that's a blank slate no to everyone, not you. I don't want you to feel rejected. What? Yeah.
Looks like I'm all in. Fucking.
I really appreciate it, Classy. I want you to know that I appreciate it. And to be perfectly honest, I'd love to not have to do the cooking for once, and I'd love to also just walk home to a clean place one day. So that'd be pretty sweet.
Might be a little cleaner than
All right, fine. If it's classy and giggity, that's 2 people, and that's more help than I'm getting from staff. So.
See, I don't know. I watched this for months. He's the creepy one that's there. Oh, that guy.
Man, there's some crazy Twitch stalker stories out there. No blaming this logic at all. We'll talk more later? Hell yeah. No, families have no place to go. I'm sorry. Where's the free off-truck cooking done? We also rent out a kitchen.
Absolutely.
We rent out a space that we built into a kitchen. So.
Could you imagine if we had to cook you?
And that's just one. Do you want a guy named John Fletcher? Of course. $9 for you. But when I like quit, I just wait for updates. Acquiring a new. Also, yeah, let's do food. Whatever food you guys want.
The funny thing is that we were told by a source that we have to watch this video and watch it closely. Okay, I watched it for months and weeks, many times. And then that person stated this to me. This is a pretty reliable source, and you know they didn't say what to look for other than watch it and watch it close, which I've done again. So I need to find the part where that guy walks up to the camera, though. I do remember this.
Evie sucks.
But you can turn Evie into anything.
I don't give two damns about
You want any food?
The quesadilla. What?
You want food?
You don't want to make
To
one?
take home?
Oh, I love
That's
Yeah. Did you say something, Robert?
Sorry, I was talking to somebody I was holding.
Okay.
I was holding my snake, and I was talking to my snake.
Oh, okay. I thought you said my name. I'm sorry.
No, his name is Kylo. So it sounds like Dago, but it's not Dago. It's Kylo.
Gotcha.
That's fair. But if you want to make one, you can. We got 2 minutes left.
None of them, but I can throw pork in
There's more cheese. There's even an open bag. If you want a quesadilla, you're good.
You like-
Derek can acquire that. Derek. Real good. I got you down round 1. 19.
Here, but let's see. All right, no cheese.
Does he go look at the camera, you guys, after the girls buy their food? You guys remember that? Or is it before? Does anybody remember? Yes, Jonah.
Yeah,
Jonah,
this is my first time seeing this clip with Jonah. So, yeah, this is my first time seeing
he's been there in this thing the whole time. But I never realized he was somebody of any importance.
Okay. 2 fried cheese and 2 drinks. What would you like?
Make up for it, but like.
No, it's amusing though. It's fun to watch other people be miserable. Have a good night.
Bye.
Hello.
Okay, so this is when the girls walk up. I swear it was right after they ordered their food.
Welcome back.
Thanks. I think I would like the carbonara.
Okay.
But if I have like a free grub chuck on my like app.
Oh, yep. So what you want to do is we'll actually do this.
Show you your work in the gym because you're still light.
Cool. Thank you.
Absolutely.
How many more do you need? That's the second one? Awesome.
And the odd thing about this is, after I heard this, it was even more interesting to me because he walks up and almost purposely looks.
Okay, what happened?
I'm sorry, my camera's doing weird things.
Just by looking at it, Dago, it looks like Kaylee and Maddie's like not even paying attention to the people around them. You're muted.
No, they've been drinking and they're worried about food. So I can imagine, yeah, they're not paying no attention. Of course they didn't have any thoughts or feelings or probably any ideal that this person was watching. But what I was saying is what's interesting about this gentleman, after having that source tell us to pay attention to this video again, and then one bringing Chapin up to me, I didn't realize that's who he was. And what's interesting is how he walks up to the camera. He does order food after the girls, and then he stops and looks directly into the camera. That's weird to me. Okay. Almost like as if it means something is all I'm saying. So that's what I want to see again.
Don's mom. Oh wait, yeah, one.
Maybe I
Here.
didn't have a fruit one.
Right here.
And then what was the next?
Don't forget to remove this.
The carbonara.
The carbonara mac of the week.
Here, I'll get it for you.
Excellent. And then click see rewards.
Enjoy.
And it looks like you not quite have enough ones yet.
Eat
Oh,
it
that's
up.
okay. That's okay.
$10.
I do have a big burrito pork here for you.
Cool. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. Where's the pen go, guys? Where's my pen? How are you guys doing? I'm doing fantastic. I seem to lost my pen. That's fine. What can I get for you?
Can I get
Just two tacos?
Definitely. I get
Thank you.
and 4 tacos. Oh yeah. How many 4 tacos? It just comes with one. It's one, but they're like 6 to 7 ounce tacos. They're not like small little street tacos. I normally eat 2, 3 is a lot for me. So one would be fine if I'm getting or yeah. That's gonna be.
Hello. I need 2 chicken burritos with extra slaw.
2 chicken burritos.
Oh, they have Apple Pay.
That's
We
nice.
have Apple Pay,
Of course we
right? Of course you have Apple
0, TJ. 0. We're ready to. Thank you. 27.75.
Hey, hey.
How many apples in the mac of the week? 0, TJ. 0. We're ready to. Thank you. Can I get? Oh my God. Can I get a magnifier? You got it. One magnifier, $9 for you. Perfect, thank you. Absolutely.
Yes, go. Of course. I guess unless you count Friday nights.
I mean,
because I try not to. Friday nights.
I mean, highest take time I saw was 13 minutes, which is I'm very satisfied. Hell yeah! All right, what I miss? With the chip, any other? Like our dual box, I
don't know. Did I?
Oh, it just didn't read it. Do you mind if I?
No, go for it. I don't dare say thank you.
Okay. Oh, one sec. Sorry, I just hear you take it from the corner. There you go. Thank you.
I can't remember to save my life when this happens.
What, the grub truck?
No, when the guy at the grub truck walks up and dead stares into the camera. I'm just trying to remember exactly when I remember that happening, and I can't. I know it was after the girls ordered their food, but how far, I can't remember. Hey, Leah. And K-Bass, good to see you. Oh. Yeah, I know. SRB, it's okay. It's hard to watch it, but I'm telling you. See, they're gone at this point already. Yeah. Hang on. We don't need the sound, just a look. This has always been. I always wondered if that dude had anything to do with anything or if he was just being a dumbass. So when we looked into him, knowing what he was involved in, it's interesting.
I've always wondered when they were standing there ordering the carbonara, why the people that was standing behind them, where that guy in the white hoodie standing, why those people were staring at them.
I don't know. Maybe because of the way Maddie was acting. Oh, we did have the petition in here. Where is the proof that it's this Jonah, though? That's where I'm like, well, that's the thing, Jen. When we looked into him, one brought his name to my attention and said to look into him because of his charges and the things he got busted for and just what he was involved in. So we looked into him, and he very much, like I said, 3 days later ended up going to prison after these murders and for massive drug charges. The dude was really wrapped into it, pretty high up there too, which is wild to me. And I didn't even realize that he's the one that was in that photograph looking into the camera until after the fact. So I'm still looking for other things to verify and clarify stuff with him, but I found out a lot just looking into him from that aspect. There's a petition again. Thank you guys. Karaz, welcome. Why haven't we seen Joe Vito? Well, I'm surprised he doesn't have one that he tried to throw himself into. I'm just saying.
I heard that he used to have a TikTok channel, but he got rid of it a long time ago. Joe Vito.
He probably got ran off because he's of all of his stupidity and ignorance. I don't like him at all. So, yeah, this was called, their Twitch stream was called the Carbonara Effect because that was the main thing they were running that night from the food truck was the carbonara macaroni and cheese, blah, blah, blah. And their secret ingredient about it was the talk and blah, blah, blah. So again, that's what that's all about. Yeah. When I looked into the whole Twitch thing and the grub truck guys, there's no connection to anything with the people inside the grub truck. There was a whole lot of crazy ass rumors going around about them and that. And you couldn't force me to believe that stuff because it just didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense at all. Now you show me some proof, then we'll talk. But, I can't get into that whole thing with them. So where did this kid show up at? I can't remember to save my life. Good to see you, Kay. Yeah, 100%, Jen. That's all it was. That's all it was. It was the main thing they had on the highlighted menu-ish item that they had that night, the carbonara macaroni and cheese. He's in that video. I remember you guys have to remember this as much as we watch this thing. The guy that walks up to the counter there, and he's talking to Joe here, and he orders something, and then right before he orders, he looks dead square in the camera and stares for a minute. And then it moves on, and he orders his food or whatever. That is Jonah Chapin. I'm not ignoring it, Allie. I just don't get a chance to see it, hon, as often. I promise you I'm not ignoring. I don't ignore the chat ever. I just don't get to see it. I didn't see a time in there either. And it rolls. The chat rolls 150 or 155. Thank you, 11. Hold on here. Well, there's 150. Let me back up just a tinge. Let it roll to that part, and we'll see. I have it sped up, too, so we can see it.
Okay. Hey, brother, I'm going to pop down. I gotta go feed my ball python.
Okay, have a good night, bud. Appreciate you.
You're welcome. Much love to you, bro.
Yeah, you too. Take care. And thank you for... Oh, the time is not the time, not the timestamp. Okay. Well, it says down here in the bottom, the way this video is. That the time. You mean the time on the clock was 1:50? I got you. Sorry. 3 hours and 43 seconds. And into this is when it's about 1:40. Okay. I got you, Jippa. Let me get. That's what I misunderstood when you said it. My apologies. Okay. Welcome back, Emmy. Did you handle your canine situation?
Yeah, he had to do his business. So.
341. So this should be happening here anytime. Oh, there's Big Mouth Vito. Big Head Vito.
Yeah, he's pretty good about letting me know he needs to go outside and handle his business.
Absolutely.
What?
He turned into a pretty good dog, daggone.
Say again there, bud. What'd you say? I didn't hear.
I was just saying he turned out to be a pretty good dog.
Well, that's good. Good old doggy dog.
I call him Simba dog. That's what I call him, Simba dog.
What kind of a dog is he, Hemi?
He's a Chihuahua. He's kind of
okay.
He's a mixed breed though. He got a little rat terrier in him.
Gotcha. All right, it should be coming up any second here. That would mean then that he got there. Oh no, there they are. That's about the time they get there. Okay.
Do we know the girl's name in the white jacket there?
No, I don't. I know she was friends with I think she was there with I can't think of his name. The long-haired dude that's wearing the Dutch Brothers sweater. By the way, I have 2 of those I'm going to be giving away to you guys here relatively soon when I get everything together. That sweater that I can't think of his name. I know it, but I can't think of it. It's after when the girls leave. Okay, got you. But yeah, 2 of them, the long-haired dude here, I have 2 sweaters like that. I'll be giving away to you guys here at some point. I put them all. They were all put away. I got to find them again, but yeah, I will be doing that. Hayden, that's it. Hayden Bia, that's his name. And what I promise you, as soon as we see this guy's face, I just want to see it again. We're gonna pull this down. I promise we won't be watching this entire thing again and again like we did before. All right, 1 minute.
This is where the theories really start for me, because what happens after they get in Gower's car?
Explain to me how it's not normal. What is not normal? Karaz, if I'm saying that right, I hope I am. I think it is a lot of nothing to put all your eggs in that basket. Yeah, Jeff can keep that one for sure.
Thanks, Jen.
I don't. Where the hell is it? Bubbly's got a video.
You suck.
Yeah, that's what one's saying, is that him making an appearance here right before the murders go down is what the issue was, so on and so forth.
Now, which shaping are we talking about?
Say again, bud.
Which shaping are we talking about?
His name is Jonah Chapin. He's not related to any of the other Chapins.
Okay.
Like I said, he had pretty heavy duty hardcore drug charges put against him. He's pretty high up on the hierarchy with this, and 3 days later went to prison for it for a decent period of time. So what's up, Kane? Give me a minute here. What is beeping?
See, had they not redacted that whole damn thing with the corner club, we might get some answers there, I'm sure. But it's redacted all the
Oh yeah, I can agree to that. Possibly. Very possibly. Let's see here. Yeah, the stare was, I'll say this much, guys, from what I gathered from it, okay? The way he looks at the camera is very off-putting and very uncomfortable. It's something's off. Oh yeah, the girls are still there. So it comes right after they leave, I'm guessing, is what I was told. I remember it clearly. I watched it, I don't know, 1,000 times plus. I just couldn't remember exactly where in the video it was because I've tried to forget this damn video more than I've tried to remember it because of watching it so much. I had request after request after request after request to watch this, and I was like, we've watched this so many times. I could actually probably perform this in my sleep and perform for every person here, and completely just burnt me out.
See, Kayla's just steady, just looking at her phone.
Yeah, she was on her phone the entire time. And at some point she's taking pictures and just it's kind of.
She just got through texting somebody, I guess Gower.
Probably, yeah. It is sped up. I can speed it up a little bit more, SRB.
Why are you in a hurry, SRB?
It's probably tired of watching it like I am.
I was
we spent pretty much 3 months on this thing, almost nonstop every day, because that's all anybody wanted to watch, and we were trying to find things in it, and it took forever and ever and ever, and never really saw anything. That's why when we were told to go back and watch it and pay real close attention, I was like, I didn't see anything, but of course I didn't know exactly what I was looking for. That's the problem. But
no.
I was told via sources that are very reliable, I'll put it this way. They said that you need to watch this video and pay close attention to it. And I said, well, we did. And their statement was just pay very close attention to it. And then it was brought about that the girls were being followed that night, which I had no doubt of. So, okay. We watched it again some more, and I still haven't come up with it yet. Okay, so the girls have left now. I think, yeah.
No.
They just left. As I sped it up, I forgot. Come on up to the camera, bro. Come on up to the camera. As soon as we see this, guys, we'll be out of here. I promise.
No, go good now. If you do it, I swear to God.
White and black striped hoodie. I thought he had brown on.
You know, I'm seeing them vape. I'm just thinking, I don't miss it.
Yeah, I agree with Kay. The look that he gives the camera was just like, what the hell are you doing, dude?
No, Meg, I'm not vomiting. I'm just
Very unsettling.
leave me alone, Meg.
Hang on here. It's about right. Come along now, little doggy. Dog.
You so totally suck.
I can't wait for the live tomorrow night. Y'all covering Kurt Cobain.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you, SRB. Yeah, it is gonna be fun. I enjoy doing that one for sure. I just say it looks like it's more than that to me than it just a drunken look, in my opinion. But
She knows I hate gagging.
You ever heard of a creator called The Grim Life?
a what? Oh yeah, I watch him all the time.
He had I saw a video today of his. He did a Kurt Cobain video.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Okay.
He went to various locations in.
Yeah, him and his wife, they do a great show. I've been watching Grim Life Collective for a long time. His name is Michael Grimm. He goes to like multiple different haunted houses and different places and like grave sites and filming sites for different movies and stuff. It's a really cool channel to watch. It's one of my faves, actually.
Yeah, mine too. I really like it.
So much.
Yeah, I've been watching him for God 5-6 years. I know I didn't miss this. Where the hell is this?
Don't let me distract you.
Don't tell me they took it out. That doesn't make sense either. But
Just took it down.
This guy in the sweater here, they just been hanging out there.
Hayden, yeah, they've been there throughout the whole thing. Is it the guy in the gray sweatshirt with the hood? No. Remember, Jen, the guy that walks up and he's standing there to like where you would order, and then he just kind of looks up at the camera and he stares for like a good minute. Doesn't make any faces, doesn't do anything, and that's it. And then I think he orders his food and he moves on, but he stares at the camera like unsettling for a second, probably about 30 seconds, and then he moves on with what he's doing. It's just odd. Some people are saying most everybody was gone, so on and so forth. That's funny as hell, Moonlit. Yeah, the guy in the sweater is Hayden Villa.
I'm sorry, Dago. I'm just not paying attention. So, what is this guy wearing that we're looking for?
I thought he was wearing like brown. Okay, I think I don't remember, man. It's been a minute, but supposedly the theory is that this guy was following them at one point, and he's a bad dude, really bad. Like I said, like 3 days after the murders happened, he ended up going away. for quite a long time period of time for hardcore drug charges, so on and so forth. So, hey, Pro Birder, good to see you.
It's sad that people still have to mess around with that shit. It's ridiculous.
I can agree.
I'm sorry, Dago. It's a sign of me getting old. I'm just, being very judgmental.
It's okay. I think so, Pamela. Yeah. It's got to be coming any time now, guys. I think I seem to remember that there weren't a lot of people there. So. Redacted said gray hoodie, black hat, black jacket, and red collar. Okay. Well, you can't miss him. You can't miss him because he comes all the way up and just stands and stares in the camera. So I don't think he ordered before the girls. That's the thing. I just can't remember. Somebody in here said Jeff has it, but I don't even know what the hell I'd be looking for, even if I went over there and looked for it.
Oh my God, they killed Kenny.
You're right.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah, the guy that left when Maddie and Kaylee left was Jack Showalter. Give me a minute. I'm going to look at something here. Keep watching if you guys see it. Just give me 1 second here, though. I'm going to keep looking for something else. 1 second here. Let's see. Damn it.
Twin Towers. Twin Towers.
Nice.
What did I do?
Oh, let me see. Let me try this.
So, who all believes that the sorority houses have like these streams that these kids can be watching? I've heard something about that.
No, I've seen that stuff before. I don't, not like that I've watched. I mean, I've seen where they do that. Yes. Hold on here a minute.
You got some folks that got that theory about that whole entire event was being broadcast so everybody can see, but it's only like certain people can see that. But
I don't know.
That's even more like that's wow, man. That's
right. Hold on here.
I mean, I can't. I couldn't even make nothing like that up. Like,
right.
You talking about sick, evil? God. Yeah, I know. Like Kaylee and Maddie and Ethan and the four was like into TikTok.
No, it's not me. That's my dog.
Hold on. Hold on.
I'm holding on, Daniel.
Where's it at? I'll be damned. I don't know why this is not showing up in here.
That's crazy.
I can't even get it to type. Wait a minute. If I don't find it here in a minute, we're just going to drop it and move on. But
yes,
One's got 156.54. There you go.
Hold on a minute. Okay. 1 second. 156.54. See, I was already up there at one point and I didn't see it, but okay. Let's see. Thank you.
One still working?
You mean, yeah, I don't know if he's working right now, but he's still working.
Hey, Kim, how you doing?
There he is. Right there. That's him. Jesus, thank God. I'm writing it down too. 156.54. So if you watch, hold on. He comes walking out of nowhere, okay, from over here. He's standing there for a minute, and then he walks over here, stands there, stares at the camera. The camera, it's just kind of unsettling the way he stares at the camera. This is Jonah Chapin. This is the guy that, like I said, 3 days out, based on what I read into this, 3 days after the murders, he goes to prison for a pretty decent amount of time, and he supposedly is involved in some pretty hardcore drug activity. So but the thing is, though, is like how far after or how long before the girls got there did he get there?
That's crazy.
Anyway, now I know where it's at. Okay, so that's the dude. Okay. Hi, Kim. Anyway, so that's him. That's why we were looking for that. Back to where I was. Sorry about that whole thing, you guys. I guess I can't find anything that directly connects him, but this is the person that it's been pointed to that very well and very likely could have been the one that was watching them. But he's with other people. That's the problem I have with that. You know what I mean? Welcome, Criminal Confidential. Wait, what? Hold on. Wait a minute. 159, 156.54. Hold on. See, that I never saw before. 1 second. I'm going to replay this part again.
Sorry. All right, gentlemen. I pulled the last of the truffle. Yeah. So that truffle at your own risk, you will. Yeah. Oh, yeah, somebody's ready to order.
But I like the instinct.
Hi, can I get the 5 cheese and bacon?
All right, would you like anything else?
Yeah, that's
That'll be all. It's gonna be $10, right?
Not have been able to attack people.
Yeah, threw myself under the bus. The best way to win an argument is by saying nothing. No carbonara.
You kind of turned me off.
Oh, that's nice.
Because you didn't try them, or because you saw them on the floor? They bring a fresh crunch to it that you would not get. No, it's you.
Highly recommend a couple mushrooms.
72, 73.
You guys
Oh, I'm not gonna get them. I have
all right.
Absolutely.
Hello.
What did he do to the
Can I
camera?
get a pork taco and a prepared
Would it?
I would also
There
like
you are.
to
Have a good
become
night.
a member here.
Yeah,
Decided I've spent too much money to not do it
72. Perfect.
for the future. So
And there you are, sir. Have a great night.
Keep up.
I'll give you a second. Yeah,
Let's
of course.
do
No
it.
worries.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I must have missed it. It's wild, but okay. Good to see you, Kim. Back over here now. All right, hang on. You still up here, Hemi? There he is. Okay. So, moving forward with this stuff, here, you guys. What they do next, then, folks, is WSU brings Koberger to Pullman, Moscow community and quickly learns of his threatening, stalking, predatory behavior. This is more bullshit. Diggs is dressed as a Wolverine today. The hell? No. No Wolverine. Down the rabbit hole. Good to see you. I have seen people do that and worse when they sure. Right. Like I said, it's just something that was pointed out, and then like I said, this guy is a bad person. Very bad person. And it's just we have no way to prove this, okay? But it's just the fact that he's there, supposedly following them. We don't know, and we don't know if it's anything for sure, but it's just something that's been talked about. That's something that one has, his own feelings on for sure. And the manager of Grub Truck is the same frat as Hunter Johnson, and the other guy, Derek Mortensen, is Sigma Chi. Okay. Big time involved, Allie. Yes. Like I said, that's why he went and did. I think he was given 48 months, I think is what his term was 3 days after the murders happened. So this states here, born in 1994, Brian Koberger grew up in rural eastern Pennsylvania. In high school, Koberger was overweight, bullied, and had difficulty developing relationships with female students. It was later reported that Koberger has autism spectrum disorder. Later in school, Koberger lost significant weight and became more aggressive with classmates over a number of years. And there's nothing proving that he became more aggressive with classmates. I think that was stated by one person. One person. Where are you headed, Miss Jen? Are you leaving? Did she say she was out? I missed it if she did. Okay. Sorry. Goodbye, Jen. If you are. Oh, there she is. I need more proof. I don't buy this. It's this Jennifer. I never. Well, that's what I'm looking for, Jen. I'm trying to find as much as I can on him to be able to relate him to the situation. It's just something that was brought to the table recently for me. So, yeah. Believe me, I'm with you on that, too. I want to find more info that relates him to the situation. You know what I'm saying? I absolutely agree. You know how I do things. But that was brought to the table. It was talked about, discussed, and then I went and looked into him, and I found out that he goes to prison 3 days after this. and why, and possibly who he was affiliated with, blah blah blah. So I'm still looking into him, trying to gain more information on him. But I agree with you. You know, you gotta proof is proof. There's reasons why it's proof. 100%. I would love ice cream myself, but it's not going to happen. Well, we don't know for sure, Chris, but never know. We could find out that it is and it isn't. Who knows? There's too many things around here that it could be. So, just saying. Yep, that's true. Again, over a number of years before he came to Pullman Moscow community, Koberger made numerous public posts on an online forum called the Visual Snow or Static Forum. People with visual snow reported seeing small moving dots across their field of vision. Koberger posted about his crazy thoughts, depersonalization, inability to feel emotion, that he was a blank soul, and his despair. Which we've always talked about that stuff in the past, okay? And again, I relate a lot of that to the autism diagnosis. And I agree with Amanda. At this point, we look at everything just to find something. Koberger posted online that as I hug my family, I look into their faces and I see nothing. It's like I am looking at a video game, but less. Koberger wrote that he could do whatever I want with little remorse. Koberger also wrote about an array of mental health challenges that he faced, including anxiety, depression, depersonalization, lack of emotion, and his constant thoughts of suicide. Monica, welcome to you. Good to see you. And Koberger also developed a heroin addiction. Once again, I do believe that was self-medication. While in high school, that he funded in part by theft. Koberger attended law enforcement vocational program in high school, but was kicked out of the program his junior year due to a series of complaints from female classmates. According to the administrator of the program, to be removed from a program, the conduct has to be pretty severe. Koberger was then transferred to an HVAC vocational program because it did not have any female participants. I'd really like to see some proof of that too, by the way. Koberger did not attend the vocational program his senior year and finished his high school degree online, graduating from Pleasant Valley High School in 2013. In 2014, Koberger was arrested in Pennsylvania for theft. Koberger went on to attend DeSales University in Pennsylvania, seeking a graduate degree in criminology. Excuse me. At DeSales, Koberger demonstrated a particular fascination with serial killers. Again, these are all his studies, okay? Also, while at DeSales, Koberger reportedly made multiple women uncomfortable. Never have I seen anything reported about that, but okay. Employees at local businesses in Koberger's community were so concerned about his behavior that they took extraordinary measures. For example, female staff at a local brewery complained about Koberger's behavior and even made a note to their electronic ID system that would warn staff about his conduct when his ID was scanned. The female staff noted that Koberger would make creepy comments and ask probing questions like where they lived, and he would get upset if they did not answer. After obtaining his master's degree from DeSales, Koberger applied to the PhD program at WSU. Koberger was selected for the criminal justice program by a WSU panel. A panel of people, by the way, okay? WSU also hired Koberger to be a teaching assistant. As part of this employment, WSU provided him with reduced free tuition by giving him a non-resident tuition waiver, on-campus office, on-campus housing, and health insurance benefits, and paid him a biweekly salary. As a result of WSU accepting and hiring Koberger, he moved from Pennsylvania to Pullman, Washington in July of 2022. In fact, the terms of WSU's agreements with Koberger required that he live in Washington in order to receive the benefits that WSU was offering him. Koberger would later tell law enforcement that he did not know much about Washington or Idaho, and that prior to moving to Washington, He had not left the tri-state area much in the Atlantic Northeast. In fact, before WSU hired Koberger, he had never been to the Pacific Northwest. And on July 9th, shortly after arriving at WSU, Koberger attended a pool party in nearby Moscow. Moscow is the home of the University of Idaho and is less than 10 miles from WSU campus in Pullman, Washington. These two universities are the primary employers in both of their respective counties. As neighboring small colleges, there is expected a considerable interaction between the students enrolled at WSU and the students at University of Idaho. As evidence of that well-recognized fact, the probable cause affidavit that untimely was used to obtain an arrest for Koberger, signed under penalty of perjury by Corporal Brett Payne of the Moscow, Idaho Police Department, states that both Pullman and Moscow are small college towns and people commonly travel back and forth between them. Welcome anybody that's just jumped in. Foxy, good to see you, and I appreciate all you guys joining us tonight for this. Sorry that I was kind of distracted with that other stuff, you guys. For over 50 years, WSU and Idaho have cooperated in sharing academic resources and have enriched educational opportunities through the sharing of faculty, facilities, and ideas. WSU and the University of Idaho allow students at each school to take courses at the other school. So some of this stuff is going to be irrelevant, guys. I'm going to look real quick here. Hold on. One minute. This basically just talking about them sharing common resources and so on and so forth between the two cities and the two universities. It also says the city of Moscow contracts with Whitcomb and Pullman for all of its dispatching and emergency 911 services. And again, for those of you that didn't know it, Moscow and Pullman share a 911 center. Hold on. Let me get to some other stuff that's more important down here. Okay, so this says that Koberger had been invited to the Moscow pool party by another WSU student, and many of the people attending the party were graduate students. Koberger made multiple females uncomfortable at the pool party in Moscow. When Koberger arrived at the pool party, he approached a female student from the University of Idaho that was in the property's office and asked how to get to the pool. She was wearing a sundress with swimsuit underneath, and she reported that Koberger was blatantly staring at her body and acted weird when she later went to the pool. Koberger made very direct eye contact with her and then made a beeline towards her. She was uncomfortable and weirded out by Koberger's behavior and his staring. The interaction was concerning enough that another attendee intervened to intercept.
Okay, so she's pretty in a bikini, and he's just being a male and just like.
And again, guys, he doesn't get social cues due to the autism, in my opinion. Doesn't know how to react. If he found her attractive, of course, he's going to probably make an uncomfortable look. I've done that when I was younger because I didn't know how to talk to women or girls. At some point, I was a little weirded out, and I would make myself uncomfortable until I found myself, and then I became Mr. Rico Suave, thinking I could talk to every woman. Sometimes it takes a minute. Okay, some people don't have those social cues at all.
Like nobody had never looked at somebody else and go, "God damn, that fine motherfucker right there, Woo, sexy mama."
My son, my youngest son, really has never known how to engage in a conversation with a girl that he's interested in. You know, he's slowly had to learn, and I've had to teach him different things to understand how to do it. Which, you know, it is what it is. So, thank you, Tandy. Appreciate you very much.
If girls think that that's weird, you know, guys are hitting up on them like that. I mean, that's your fault.
Here's the thing: is I've noticed, and a lot of this is true. If a girl is uncomfortable or doesn't have an interest in a guy, and he approaches her, she tries to make a big deal and said that that's odd, that's weird. When truly it may be for you, but it's not for anybody else because you don't like the guy. That doesn't mean that he's not interested in you. And, you know, everybody has the right to their own feelings. I understand that completely.
It's completely normal behavior. It's just.
It is to some aspect. Now, if he could have groped her or try to, attack her or something, sure, we have a different thing. Or if he made a very inappropriate statement about a part of her body, okay, we can talk then. But this is not truly, it's not abnormal. I'm sorry. Guys stare when they see a pretty person, a pretty woman. Guys stare when they see a woman that's built a certain type of way. It's natural instinct, folks.
Yeah, just grab her by the wall, grab her and throw her against the wall. And I mean, come on.
If we were to do something like that, we'd have a problem here. That's
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
So then over here, it's just this is bullshit to me. I'm sorry. That part is ignorant. Chapin did 40 months in prison for being found with 100. Yeah, that's what recently. That's what I was talking about. Pretty hardcore stuff. So anyway, another female attendee told Koberger that she was married in an attempt to end a conversation. But Koberger persisted engaging with her. A male attendee finally had to physically intervene, but Koberger continued to be fixated on the girls. And again, the man doesn't get social cues. He doesn't get the same little hints to things that you and I would get, guys. Even though she's married, he made it. Okay, here's the thing. And sometimes I have to say this is ignorant. Maybe it may sound ignorant, but I don't mean it that way. Some people flatter themselves thinking that somebody may be interested in them because of their appearance, when in all reality, this man could have been trying to have a conversation because of her intellect, something that she said or engaged with him that became interesting to his mind, not just her body or something. You know what I mean? And they don't know boundaries at all. This one, my son, never understood boundaries and would always overstep. And we had to work with him forever. It's facts. It is facts. D-Bone. Is that my new nickname? Is D-Bone? Thank you, redacted. But boundaries is a big deal with ASD, folks. It's truly an ADHD, ADD. It's a big issue because you don't understand hinting around. When somebody's trying to get rid of you, they don't catch the hints, guys. It's fact. My kid never did. So I'm just saying. And that's another good point JP's making. Just there, she's married, okay. So he can't talk to you because he's married, because you're married? What the fuck does that even mean? That's what irritates me with this shit.
It's like, it's just a fact of nature. I mean, guys going to look at other girls, girls going to look at guys. I mean, it is what it is. It don't matter if you're married or not.
Not a bad thing.
It's going to happen.
Not a bad thing, but
no,
like I said, if he's forcing himself on them, if he's groping them, if he's making inappropriate comments between himself and that's a different story. But none of that happened. And like the two girls that were sitting there that he sat down in between, tried to talk to, that weren't interested in him. Well, he didn't catch the cue that you weren't interested, so he's just trying to have a conversation and fit in. He wanted to make friends.
I mean,
and sorry. That's not how you. And that proves to me one thing else they were pushing is that this man is an incel. There's no way in hell an incel is going to sit down between two attractive women at a pool party and start talking away to them. So that has to be taken off the table too, in my opinion. Okay. I'm just saying, you guys, this is so stupid. On August 17th of 22, the WSU graduate program hosted a meet and greet on campus, and Koberger attended. The fellow graduate students noted that they did not like their interactions with him. Of course they didn't. At the graduate school orientation of 22, fellow WSU student instantly had a bad feeling about Koberger from the moment that he approached her. A fellow student graduate teaching assistant quickly identified Koberger as a threat. Pretty early on, I started leaving my office door open when he was in the office, especially if there was ever a student in there. And again, guys, I want to know the dates that these complaints were processed and were actually put out. And I'm telling you right now, if these complaints were not put out to the public or to anybody until after this man was arrested, then miss me with every ounce of this bullshit. Okay. Right, Seymour. Right.
It's very hard for me to believe that anybody can walk in a public place like that regardless if it's at a pool or a lake or wherever have you, and you see nothing but bikinis walking up and down everywhere, the guys are not going to stop and look, or the girls are not going to stop and look. I mean, come on, this is crazy to me.
It's normal human activity. Koberger was also known by WSU professors and fellow students to have a particular interest in studying sexually motivated burglars and to be obsessed with serial killers. Again, the man is a criminology student, and if he didn't have an interest in that shit, then I would tell him to move on to a different major in college, or I would ask him, why are you trying to get a PhD in criminology if you don't have an obsession with some of this or some kind of a deep interest in these topics? In my opinion, I'm just saying it's dumb, but okay, believe what you will. And they have twisted this, by the way, you guys. They have twisted and turned what the truth is with these statements to match and fit for this lawsuit is what they've done. Okay. And if you don't see it, guys, just think about what we know already, what we have learned in the past, and how this is worded. They've changed and twisted and turned the words so that they will match up with this, so that this will make some sense. And it still don't. During the second and third week of the semester, a female WSU graduate student hosted the whole graduate cohort at her apartment to watch a ball game. Koberger attended the event, and afterwards, Koberger began telling others about prescriptions that she took, leading the graduate student to suspect that he had looked through her medicine cabinet while attending the event at her apartment. Female students would complain that Koberger made them uncomfortable, feel unsafe, that he was creepy, and would try to distance themselves from him, including physically spacing out from Koberger in classrooms. There were numerous instances where Koberger would stare at students weirdly during class, making students uncomfortable. Koberger's supervising instructor at WSU believed that Koberger did this in a way to display power or dominance, and Koberger's supervising instructor also was aware of a complaint made by a senior student that Koberger stared at her a lot in class and that it made her feel uncomfortable. Jesus Christ, these people. He would engage in similar inappropriate behavior with WSU instructors. The instructor under whom Koberger served as her undergraduate teaching assistant reported that she would regularly interact with him and that he was frequently in her office. That instructor stated that Koberger would stand behind her while she was working at her desk and stare over her shoulders at her. This instructor had another WSU professor escort her to the car at the end of the workday because Koberger's behavior was of such concern. Koberger's inappropriate behavior with this instructor was also reported to other WSU professors. Another female WSU staff member described Koberger as creepy and stated that he would simply stand at her desk and stare at her or her coworker. She also observed Koberger physically block her coworker in her desk area, and Koberger would also follow this female staffer and her coworker to their cars at the end of the day, causing her to arrange for escorts at 5 after work to safely get to their cars. What if that's what he was trying to do, was trying to help make sure they stayed safe? You know what I mean? There's never any conversation about this, but yet he still wasn't fired. Good point, Meg. Very good point. Okay, so moving on. Here we go with the spatially trapping shit. Several instances where he would block the door, trap female graduate students on campus, blah, 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 long periods of time. In one instance, a WSU professor heard a female grad student say, "I really need to get out of here." And the professor intervened by going to the office to allow the female student to leave. One graduate student reported that Koberger would trap her in her office and he would try to talk to her about the Ted Bundy murders. Okay. Again, he was trying to have a conversation about something he knows to engage. And this is just how I see this, but these are just on and on about the same shit. So hold on. By September of 22, Koberger had developed a reputation at WSU for being a dick because of the way he graded things. Okay. Can you imagine the Davids trying to explain their hazing crap? These photos of the shaving people standing over them, the things they allegedly said online, way worse than anything on BK. Agreed. I do agree, Max.
It just
Yeah.
sounded like to me that these people just didn't like wearing Kohberger.
That's exactly. And then it sounds like what they did, honest to God, Hemi, is one person, two people didn't like him. So therefore, they get into these groups and they would talk about him to make other people not like him too. You know what I mean? Because there was one of these instructors that said that she watched the situation and didn't see any issues with it. Okay, and that's a female. One of them did say that they watched him interact with people and didn't find it odd at all. So, one person can see it one way and one other people can see it a whole other way. Is what my point here is. And I think some of them were purposely trying to see anything they could find on. At one point, all it takes is one person to say he's weird. I don't like him. Then everybody gets on board. Guys, we've seen this before. That's my point, Kathleen. Why did nobody formally file any complaints? Truly. Or call and file like charges or anything like that? It never happened. So worst, BK could have been fired as if it would have stopped the murders from happening. This lawsuit is garbage. Agreed. It doesn't. That's the thing. So if they would have fired him, that's a great point, Chris, and thank you for bringing that up. That's a huge point, actually. So let's say that they would have fired him because of different things, and they would have sent him away, and he was the true murderer. Do you think it would have stopped somebody? It wouldn't have stopped it. If he was going to do that, and he's the one that did it, it was going to happen regardless of whether he worked at WSU or not. That's the point. So this is stupid. This lawsuit makes no sense to me. I'm sorry. It's the Mean Girls Club. No one filed complaints against him. They just didn't like him. Made sure no one else liked him. Thank you, Rose. I'm glad you guys see this the same way I do, because I wanted to make sure I wasn't just seeing this myself this way only. You know what I mean? And this was all been worded completely a certain type of way so that it matches up with this lawsuit. Oh, and then there it is again. Kohberger's female classmates kept a board with a running tally of his behaviors in female instructor-led classes versus male-led. So they were stalking him. This is a form of harassment. They were looking for anything they could find to go at him for. So therefore, in turn, at some point, everything he does is going to be bad or a problem. You see what I'm saying? Because you're not going to see anything positive from him because you don't like him. So they were keeping a tally on him at this point, which we've heard Steve talk about, the Brian tally. And that's insane to me. Nobody's looking at them thinking they're strange or crazy for doing that. In one particular class, Kohberger stared at a female 9 times. What? You've got to be kidding me. 9 times he stared at this girl. Okay. And they're keeping track of this. I'm sorry, but somebody that's keeping track of something like this is more fucking weird than somebody that's staring at somebody. WSU, and this is another problem. WSU professors were aware of this tally board concerning Kohberger's behavior. And in one incident, Kohberger and a female WSU student were alone in a classroom, and he physically blocked her from leaving the room. In another incident, Kohberger asked out a fellow student, staff member, who rejected his advance, and then he followed her outside to her car. That staff member told another female grad student, and Kohberger had been stalking her. This resulted in another report being filed with WSU CCR office. Colleagues and that's what I'm saying. If these reports were actually filed and they were looked into, they were obviously unfounded, or the man would have been fired. Come on, you guys. Especially with all of the protocol they have in this is nuts.
The basically just like they're throwing the book at him just because he's a human damn being.
Yes, we're 3 hours now. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to get back to more of this
Yeah.
tomorrow. Um, we got a little detached and talked about some other stuff, which was a great conversation. Don't get me wrong, but we'll probably finish this up tomorrow, you guys. Because I do have to head out of here. I'm gonna be hopping on over to the Devil's Advocate tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern time, Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific. So I'm looking forward to seeing some of you guys over there. But this is all absolute ridiculousness. I'm sorry. And we'll finish this off with everything else tomorrow on this. It's just a joke. This lawsuit is a joke. And like I said, from our earlier conversation when we first started off with this, guys, it looks to me like a money grab. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. And if it's not a money grab, okay, and they're actually doing it to try to pull more discovery and to get, more information, okay, we'll talk about this then and see if it makes any sense. I don't think it's that. I think it's a money grab. That's truly what I feel like it is, you guys. So
What's so bothering about it too, Dago, is this man's in jail for the rest of his life.
Sure.
And
You ain't lying.
they're still character bashing this man.
Oh yeah, that's never going to
Still
stop.
trying to
in my
make
opinion.
money off of this man, and they don't have any proof he did what he did.
Right.
That
is
is
absolute.
even that's a problem.
You ain't lying.
Sorry, it is.
You are not
Like you
lying.
said, well, he accepted the plea. He pleaded guilty. He did it. No, he did not. That's not confession.
Right.
Come on. I wanted to see if he did this, stand right there in the middle of court with all his accusers sitting there watching him.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, the floor is yours, sir. Let us know how you did it. But they plainly told y'all time and time again, Kohlberger has no value to say anything that can come out of his mouth has no value. Why? Because they framed the man to take it. And had, like we was talking about earlier, I'm firm believe that had they released an interview with Kohlberger of them questioning, he would have said something that went against his narrative. Now they're going to have to flip flop back and go, oh shit, we're going to have to make up something new because he said this.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have anything.
That's
Bill
a good point.
Thompson even said it. He can't put a man in the house. He don't have any connections whatsoever to the crime.
I agree, my friend.
But we're still going through this lawsuit, and it's crazy. But to each is their own. If you believe it, don't believe it. It is what it is. I just hope he gets exonerated. Be over with. And they all
I
look
really
cool.
do too. And then in turn, I hope he sues the fuck out of WSU, Idaho State, all of them.
It won't stop. You're right. It won't never stop. We won't never stop talking about it because it's so wrong on so many levels. And it's crazy because it's like I always said, they're used to operating in one particular way. And now this time it didn't work out the way they was hoping because they had the whole world was looking down on their city.
Mm-hmm.
And what they used to can get away with, they can't get away with that no more because now everybody's calling them out on that shit. This is the reason why we having, Facebook. We're seeing Facebook chats about us stopping what we're doing because we're telling the truth. The truth shall set you free.
That's a good point too.
I mean, we must be turning heads somehow or another. And we're starting to see some guilters that once was guilty. They're sitting there going,
Right.
So there's that too. So
I can agree, my friend. I definitely can agree.
anyway.
Most definitely can agree.
But anyway, Dago, don't worry about that video. I understand you got a tight schedule. We can always do that some other time. When we have some free time to do that. But
Well, we might have to make it an entire show, or we can do it in the Discord, and then talk about it on the show. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, if you want to do a whole show about it, that's fine too.
I'll look at it and see what all it entails, and then we can go from there.
Well, that's why I was hoping we'd just go ahead and look at it in Discord first, because the relevance of it is what he had to say about his foundation that he started up is different from the other organization for the falsely accused to get you exonerated. I forgot what it's called. Anyway, I'm drawing a blank tonight. I can't remember shit.
It's all good. It's all good.
But yeah, I mean it's whenever we get time to do it.
Yes, sir. Well, guys,
that's fine. That's fine as well.
Right. Well, that's the link right there, guys, for Devil's Advocate and Dago with Crimes After Dark tonight is the link. Please join us over there if you can. I appreciate every one of you guys joining me in here as well. I see Fancy join the chat. I'd love to see you all over there, guys. My live stream is up now for it. I will be live there within a matter of 20 minutes, probably half hour. So I'd love to see you guys there. I guess you got to grab some coffee, and I'll be back into it for show number 3.
Dang, there you
go. You know how I do it. I appreciate you guys very much. Again, Hemi, for joining me. Krista, thank you for joining us as well. And guys, again, please don't forget to love yourselves, and please don't forget to love yourselves and love each other, and don't change a thing, because you guys are the beautiful people. And most importantly, please know your own self-worth, guys. That's so very much important. I love you all so very much and appreciate each and every one of you. I want to thank you all for those of you that donated to support our channel tonight. God bless. It's so very much appreciated and so very generous. And I can't wait to see you guys over at Devil's Advocate. Have a great night, folks. And Hemi, thank you again. And I will see you all very soon. Bye-bye, y'all.
Later. Peace.
The coffee's cold, the final stain. We laid the map out in the pouring rain. No hidden corners left to creep. The dark truth woke while the city was asleep. The evidence lines up straight and true. A perfect picture of what they chose to do. The quiet street erupts in flashing light. A reckoning delivered in the night. SWAT serves the warrant, loud and clear. The sound of justice, the only thing we hear. Cafe's empty,